mod, now you camp on every upload. Talking big from your parents' garage. You say you're tired of me, but you're first in the feed. Every post, every stream, guess I'm your whole routine. So I unsubscribe from you. Click, click, gone, yeah, we're through. You can haunt my old reviews, but you can't control my view. You had front row seats backstage too. Now you're blocked, that's the truth. Keep refreshing like it's breaking news while I unsubscribe. All that tea you keep spilling in a group chat. Zero chill, but you love the mess you make. Used to call every milestone, every mishap. Now you lurk, counting every breath I take. You say you're over me, but you stream every week. If I'm such a tragedy, why's my face in your sleep? So I unsubscribe from you. Click, click, gone, yeah, we're through. You can haunt my old reviews, but you can't control my view. You had front row seats backstage too. Now you're blocked, that's the truth. Keep refreshing like it's breaking news while I unsubscribe from you. You said you had my back, but you just love the backstage. Every like, every clap only fed your outrage. This is my space, my time, my name. I'll post what I want, I'll be who I choose. You can sit in the dark, I've got nothing to lose. So I unsubscribe from you. Click, click, gone, yeah, we're through. You can haunt my old reviews, but you can't control my view. You had front row seats backstage too. Now you're blocked, that's the truth. Keep refreshing like it's breaking news while I unsubscribe from you. Ring light glow on my tired face. Burned out star in a bedroom stage. Comments say that I fell off. Laugh it off, brush the dust from my top. Hit restart on a brand new page. New thumbnail, same wild blaze. They forgot how I crash and play till I hit them with the click and a flame. Numbers dipping, heart still kicking. take every heartbreak for this one premiere. Countdown running, can you hear? 5, 4, 3, I appear. Hands up if you stay subscribed. Hands up if you change your mind. Either way, you're here tonight, so say it with me one more time. Click back, come back, go ahead and watch me rise and down my first react. You've been waiting for this moment, hit play. I'm back on your screen, bigger than the old routine. Click back, come back, watch me, watch me, watch me, watch me, watch me, watch me, watch me.
Hey, hey. All right. Let me know if you guys hear any weird noises or if you anything with my voice that I think I fixed it. I got all the settings right and totally fixed it. Hopefully. Hopefully. I think I did. So there are a lot of things. All right. First, I want to tell you guys that what's up, Blonde Gypsy? Your last night. Oh my God, you're getting married tomorrow? That's awesome. I didn't know you would get married. I didn't even know you were engaged. Blonde Gypsy's getting married tomorrow. Woo woo. Are you going on a honeymoon? I wish I was getting married. Actually, I just realized tomorrow's my mom's birthday. So tomorrow's a good day to get married. And now you'll know forever that it is my mommy's. So you will get married on mom's birthday. So audio sounds good? Perfect. The only thing is I won't be able to go live from StreamYards. I can only do it from OBS because of the settings. So that's okay though. I'll be going on camera soon. Soon enough. You guys see my beautiful face. Yeah, mom's birthday. I think she's 80. 79. I think she's 79. Hey, Levin Light. So Dayton. You know what? Let me just tell you guys about kids. You know what I love about my children? They just have to they want what they want when they want it. They don't care about anything. They don't care about money. They don't care about time. They want what they want when they want it. Doesn't change. I have come to this. Dayton decides on a college. And I spoke to them today. I was on the phone with them. So we have to set up a meeting to go to Vermont. And Dayton wants to go next weekend. It's going to be like $1,000 trip. I don't think we can do it next week. Why not? Go in February. Why can't we go? Why can't we just go next week? Children don't understand. So we're looking up airfares. It's like fucking $500. He gets reimbursed? I don't. So, but I just love how kids just. Why can't we go tomorrow? Crazy. But he's got his heart set on the school. Why? I don't know. It's life. That's another thing. When I vape, can you guys hear it? I don't even think you guys can hear me vape. That's how awesome my settings are. Woohoo! And mutt. I don't even have to click mute. It's just automatically going. Love it. Audio's cutting out. Ugh. See, that's what happened on my test run. That my audio was cutting out at times. But I learned that if I yelled, if I stayed closer to the mic, it didn't happen. So let me know if it happens again. I'll get used to it. How bad is it cutting out? Is it cutting out really bad? Because like I said, when I did test runs, it was cutting out. But then I thought I fixed it by getting closer to the mic all the time and speaking louder. Every other word was cutting out. For how long? You can't hear me vape? People are bitching about it. People are like, we hear you vape too much. And all the noises. I don't know where the noises came from or why all of a sudden it was happening. I mean, I've been streaming for years and never had that problem. And then all of a sudden, boom. So it fixed it? Yeah, I just got to be right next to the mic. But you don't hear any mouth noises, right? Like all that's gone. Like right now I'm purposely making them just to like see if you guys hear it or not. But you don't hear it, right? It's gone. I fixed it. Please say yes. Anyone? Close talking sounds good. There was some dropouts, but it's okay. But it's better now? All right. So you might have to deal with me cutting out, but I'll try to talk louder and into the mic so that doesn't happen. And I can see it on the screen if it's not cutting out, so hopefully it won't. So let's get into this. All right. I do not really talk about like people on a daily basis. I don't go after people's looks. I don't watch most people that are in this community. I do watch Clue and Cletus. I won't deny that. Especially when she's on for like 6-7 hours. You know, when I'm doing shit, I just put on my earphones and boom, she's great to listen to. Entertaining. Okay. That's about it. I haven't listened to Being Forever. I don't listen to Jonesin or Nunya. I haven't listened to. Don't listen to Deets if she's been on. I just don't listen to anyone. And I know, and I haven't listened to Sinner in months. So I know a lot of people go after nonsense. I don't want anyone to think I'm sticking up for anyone. This is my own personal issue. So I just want to make that clear. Because I know someone's going to say, oh, now she's, one. No, I'm my own fucking person. So I have to make this big order over. And tonight was labeling. So while my phone was charging inside, I had headphones on and I'm doing stuff on my computer. And I guess Blue transferred to nonsense or whatever. I'm like, all right. Now, I did want to listen to nonsense, from last night, simply because everyone was talking about it today. So I was like, I don't even know what the hell they're talking about. So I'm like, all right, maybe I'll review that tonight. And I'm just listening, not expecting my name to come up at all. Like, why would my name come up in Nonsense's stream? So I guess somebody said something. Somebody said something. It was probably a troll anyway. But someone must have said something like Laura said that Brittany had 3 kids or whatever. Okay. First of all, what I said was, didn't Britney say that she had 3 baby daddies? I could swear that Britney said that. That's what I said last night. And I still stand by that. So, someone said that to Nonsense. So Nonsense, in her holier than thou fucking attitude, I don't know why the fucking ugly bitch thinks she's all that, is like, I don't, oh, you mean Mr. Ed? I don't fuck with Mr. Ed. Bitch, you Gonzo fucking looking man. Who are you joking? Bitch, you wish you looked this good. Stop. Like, literally fucking stop. So, and she said it like with this attitude, like this hatred. Bitch, you've never even had a fucking conversation with me, Nonsense. Like, ever. I think you had one conversation with me. I don't know who the fuck you think you're preaching to, but she's like, and no one I hang out with. Oh, I know that, Love and Light. No one I hang out with fucks with Mr. Ed over there. Bitch, where's your top lip? I think you're missing a top lip. Maybe it's hidden behind your hook-ass nose. And she was like, and mind you, I never talk about her. She thinks she's way more important than she actually is. Because for like a year, even Britney didn't talk about her. Nobody talked about her. And she wanted people to talk about her. But she speaks like she's some authority figure. Like, bitch, sit down. So, but I just couldn't believe the angst she had for no reason. And I'm like, wow. Hey, Brody, I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? Like, you couldn't just say something nice? And I don't mean nice like, you know, oh, I like Laura. Nothing like that. I mean, like, you couldn't just say something? Like, oh, I don't know what Laura said or something like that. Like, but this hatred, this, like, animosity. I don't know if you guys heard it. It was ridiculous. I was like, wow. Just wow. And then I thought to myself, but I forgot. She's saving the world. She likes to think she's saving fucking YouTube. I totally agree with that, RJ. She makes my skin crawl. But there's a couple of things that need pointing out. And again, don't quote me on the facts of what I'm going to say because I might be wrong on a couple of things. But I distinctly remember the falling out with not Joneson. The falling out with Nunya. The falling out with Nunya and the falling out with what's her name? Who's the, I want to say Aphrodite, but not Aphrodite. Amethyst. I think it's Amethyst. And Nunya had told people something about Nunya not being able to be alone without her husband there. It was something like that. That's why I said, like, don't quote me on the exact, like, thing. But it was something along those lines. And Nunya lost her shit. I'm sorry, not Nunya. Nonsense lost her shit. And she was like, I can't believe that Nunya told people this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there like, really, Nonsense? But here you have Britney's ex-mod on your panel? And again, that's what I want to see tonight because I didn't watch it last night. But I've been hearing about it all day. But you got really upset when you felt Nunya blabbed your business. You were quite upset over it. And yet, here we are. You're trying to pick on Brittany for being upset that her ex-mod is running her mouth? I don't fucking blame Brittany. I don't blame her for getting upset. I don't blame her for, being really pissed off. Now, would I contact someone's mom? No, not at all. Melissa J kept telling them to stop, and Nonsense told her to stop. Of course, because Nonsense, it gets way too excited over Brittany. She started going after Brittany as, Captain Save-A-Ho, and that she was going to get the facts right about Sebastian. Well, what's her excuse now? She just does it for money. And she does it for clicks, and she does it for views. That's obvious. It's one thing to... All right, let me put this in perspective. People may not like Clue and Cletus, all right? But Cletus made a really good point today. There is a difference between people talking shit on the internet and taking it further. Clue and Cletus do nothing but review Brittany. They don't bring in Brittany's ex-mods. They don't have Brittany's ex-mods on panel. They just talk shit on the internet. That's it. They're not going real life. They're not filing lawsuits. They're not doing anything that some of these other people are doing. They're just sitting there talking shit, plain and simple. And maybe that's why I find them very easy to listen to, because it's like old school DC talking shit about each other. It's not going to go anywhere. You're not calling them at their house. You're not contacting them. You're just fucking having fun on the internet, making money doing it. That's it. I can respect that. So, to me, that's the difference than someone who's literally getting fucking wet by Brittany's ex-mods. Now, I'm going to say to Brittany, you're not the first fucking person to go through this. I mean, you watched Natasha Cooper go through it. I went through it. Amber Reed went through it. A lot worse than you or I. Betty went through it. You're not the first, Brittany, and you won't be the last. Just get the fuck over it already. But you allow people like Nonsense to sit there and preach to you like she's something special. Like, dude, she's a fucking idiot. Think about it. This woman keeps notebooks of information on random fucking YouTubers. She calls it, what's the word? Organized. I call it psychotic. These are random fucking YouTubers. Why do you care so much that you would put so much time and energy into knowing when Brittany said this, on what date, that's fucking creepy. That's not organized. That's fucking creepy. Brittany definitely keeps it open for money. I'm not saying no, but so do they. But the way Nonsense was talking tonight, I was blown away. I was like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, dude, you just, and Brittany this, and bitch, you do the same thing. That's what it is. You got it right on point, Just Irish. She takes it way too seriously. Way too seriously. You know what I'm saying, Lindsay? But it's like, it's fucking weird. Why do you have it's one thing like to have a clip of something or, oh, I got that screenshot. I get that. But to sit there and have timelines and you got this written down, like, dude, take that energy and do something positive with it. Take that energy, like, it's just not that fucking serious. And I think that's why I enjoy listening to Clue and Cletus, because they're just not serious. They just don't give a fuck. All they're doing is talking shit on the internet. That's how this community used to be. And then that's another thing. You got nonsense over there. Oh, well, Brittany, why don't you call the police? Can we stop promoting police calling? Nothing's gonna fucking happen to Brittany. Let's stop with this. Oh my God, let's call the police. No, nonsense. You made it loud and clear. You're a fucking cop caller. We get it. But nothing's gonna fucking happen to Brittany. None of you guys are gonna show up at her house and fucking, do something to her or children. And that's the other thing. What I'm about to say probably won't earn me any friends, but it's the truth. Yeah, I hear all of them sit over there and talk about how dare Brittany say that people are going after her kids. You guys stand behind Queen Bee, who does the exact fucking same thing. What the fuck? How are you going to sit there and say that Brittany's an asshole, which she is, but that Brittany's an asshole for having, for saying that this one's going after a kid, and now, where the fuck do you think she learned it from? She learned it from watching Queen Bee. Sinner never went after fucking her kids. Sinner never even fucking contacted her kids. So, where does Brittany get it from? She's probably watching Queen Bee. That's where she gets it from. Well, it works for Queen Bee. Maybe it'll work for me. That's how she sees it. And I'm shocked that more people don't see it that way, because it's fact. She really does just fucking follow Queen Bee's footsteps. Well, Queen Bee says that Sinner goes after my children, and Sinner doesn't go after her kids. None of us even know our kids' names. Fucking crazy. But, this community, they want to point at Brittany, but yet they do the exact fucking same thing. Guys, you can't have it both ways. You can't say that what's good for the goose isn't good for the gander. Sorry, but it doesn't work that way. And to sit back and watch all of these people play this fucking game, how Brittany can't do this and Brittany can't do that, and how dare Brittany this. There's enough that you could talk about Brittany on. There really is enough. And I am right front and center about her caring enough about her children to go get his fucking tooth fixed. I am front line for that. But all this other petty bullshit and Mallory running her mouth and nonsense, well, she's my friend. Bitch, sit down. Really nonsense. Sit the fuck down with that. Because she's really Brittany's ex-mod who wants her 15 minutes of fame. She hasn't been with Brittany in years. She comes over to you, and I guess you're the only one who wants to talk to her. Now, in all fairness, I don't even know who the fuck Mallory is. I didn't even listen to last night. So I'm just ranting based on an overall feeling and an overall of what I see. And I'm dumbfounded that people don't see it or people don't care. And I just don't get it. I don't get why people can't look at their own words and realize how fucking dumb they sound. For example, and again, I'm not hating on anyone at all. You know what Britney never did? Britney never faked cancer. Britney never ran around saying she had cancer. No, she did not. But someone else did, and it gets forgotten about. Right or wrong? Britney is learning, because I do believe she is psychotic, but I do believe she is like her own sponge and does try to be like everyone else. So she sits there and watches everybody else and what they get away with. And as soon as she realizes that people are getting away with something, well, she's going to try it. It wouldn't surprise me if Britney comes out with next that she had cancer. Or, try something like that. Who knows? But there are certain things that Britney never did that their own friends have done. Another thing that I will back up Britney on, and believe me, I don't like Britney any more today than I do yesterday, but the hypocrisy around here, she's right about. She is 100% right about this fucking hypocrisy. It is so bad. It's ridiculous. These people want to bitch and bitch and bitch and bitch and bitch. Oh, she did, Love Light. About Britney's every move. There's enough things that you can get on Britney about without nitpicking every little fucking thing. And I just, the tone in Nonsense's voice was sickening. Nonsense, go seek therapy. Like, I really think you need therapy. Nobody should be this obsessed with somebody on the internet. And I think that's also the difference that I find with GW, Clue, and Nonsense. GW, I don't believe is obsessed with Britney. I think it's a mutual obsession. Clue and Cletus, I don't think are obsessed at all. But Nonsense, I do think Nonsense is obsessed with Britney. Obsessed. For her to talk tonight, I'm going to play last night's video. She might even strike me. Who knows? Just to be a cunt. She is a Karen, so it wouldn't shock me in the least. So if it happens, you guys know where to find me. But, like, what the fuck, dude? And then you have hundreds of people that are just absolutely fucking perfect around here. They have perfect homes and perfect lives and perfect this and perfect that. Get the fuck down. Another thing that their friends don't want to call out. I've said this privately, but I'm going to say it publicly. I have no problem admitting how I lost all the weight. I first had surgery. I then went on GLP-1s. Hey, whatever works. I'm addicted to food and I didn't want to be fat. I get mentally fucked up when I'm fat. So I did what I had to do after gaining a lot of weight, probably from drama. And I have no problem admitting that. But you're not going to see me pretend that I'm a perfect eater now because, and someone else is fat. Some people are putting themselves on a pedestal. Dude, you're on GLP-1. Stop. Stop, Clue. Stop acting like you're holier than thou because you're eating better. You're on fucking Mongiorno. That's why you're eating better. That's why you're losing weight. If Brittany fucking was on GLP-1s, she'd be thin too. Stop. That's the one thing that bothers the fuck out of me. You don't eat a lot because you can't physically. I am an open book. But that's the only thing that aggravates me is that when a lot of these people are trying to pretend they're something they're not. Hey, welcome, just our 6 months, woo woo. They try to pretend they're something they're not, and I don't understand why. Just be yourself, plain and simple. Just be you. I think there's good qualities about everybody. My insurance doesn't cover it. But you know what I'm saying, Irish? I listen to her a lot. I really don't dislike her. And I like Cletus. I don't like their friends, but that's the only thing that aggravates me. Because other than that, I do see Clue as being real. I don't see her as being fake. And I definitely don't see Cletus as being fake. But that's the one thing that I want to fucking slam her head against the wall. Like, no, bitch, you're on GLP-1s. That's why you're eating better. Stop. And there's nothing wrong with admitting it. I mean, she talked about it. She was on Mongiorno. So I just thought that was fucking weird. So, let me find this video from last night. Because I want to see what everyone's talking about, what the big hubbub is, why everybody's flipping the fuck out over Britney's ex-mod. And I have not watched it yet. By the way, hit the thumbs up. TikTokers facing 20 years in prison for scamming fans for millions. Interesting. Up, Shady went after GW. She made a post. While someone is talking about parenting and kids again today, just a friendly reminder that a person speaking thought it was okay to shoplift with children and is a felon because of that. Go figure. Everyone have a good day. Can't disagree. All right. Nice. And let me tell you, here's the one thing that I'm getting so aggravated about by all these people. Oh, wait. That I'm getting so aggravated about by all of them. They are the ones with the fake outrage. They are the ones that are not consistent. And they think that their shit doesn't stink. And I don't mean Clue and Cletus. I'm talking to all of them collectively. Like nonsense, without Clue and Granny giving her numbers, wouldn't have any. That's a fact. Yep. That's what's. All right. Yeah, I heard Nonsense did that. Hey, look at Brittany didn't lie about. Oh, that's you just reminded me. I am so sick and tired of hearing this is Brittany's fault. Nobody is forcing you to fucking watch Brittany. Plain and simple. Stop with the it's Brittany's fault that I'm talking about her. No. You can like I said, I'm front and center on Brittany being a horrible mom. I'm front and center that Brittany needs to fucking stand up and get her child's tooth fixed and then tell me what a good mom you are. Believe me, I don't like Brittany. I have many, many issues. But you're not going to see me sit here and nitpick every fucking thing this woman does. It's crazy. And you're certainly not going to hear me sit there. This is your fault I'm talking about you. No, I choose to. Big difference.
But there is nothing compression about these. Not a goddamn thing.
Going on in your life does not do anything
Right, fit and Kirby.
to make or break
Them. And if
Jones and over in the backup channel. I want to say it was 11:30, 12 o'clock this afternoon when I remember our grocery store do you shop it. They are in here, believe it. Oh, I know. Go ahead, ask them questions.
you are saying fuck no. Hey, lip locked.
Streaming what I watched the first time.
I expect you to do something. High pitched squeak toy.
Want to help out, become that shit. This show you the threats, Gary, what my house looks like. You've never
Interesting. When she needs victimhood, they pull out all these random.
Okay, let me also make this clear. Art of Handmade Dolls is a fucking psychopath. Like a true psychopath. The woman is not all there. So if anybody thinks that anything she says is credible, she's not. She's got screws loose.
Comments and try to attach things to him.
I'm gonna read that comment again. The art of hand.
I'll put it that way.
Thank you to the person that was able to get it. The tip for
Just a lap dog. He loves inches of snow in a 24-hour. Jay,
quick.
y'all talk on the phone with that, inviting. She knows exactly what those people do and who they are.
Be a teacher out in the parking lot. Yes, Southern. Oh God. Like this is something that we should all stand on together. Brittany does online, but that don't mean I'd go real life.
Am I on the wrong stream? Where's the one with this Mallory chick? Yeah, but you know what, Amber? She didn't go at Nonsense first. Nonsense has been going for her for a long time. It's with Nonsense, in my opinion, it's different because for a long time, Brittany never even mentioned Nonsense. From what I heard tonight, Nonsense seems to think that Brittany's blaming her. Brittany never blames her for shit. Like, dude, nobody even talks about you, Nonsense. But I must be on the wrong stream. Where is the stream with this Mallory person? Is it? Oh, she had two of them yesterday. That's why. This is it.
Hello, everyone. I speak for all of us when I Kyle would have known about it. Go, Margot. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Welcome to the cabana. Appreciate you. On can do it. Stand for something. Problem here is that Brittany has lied and repeated.
Aha. All right. This is what I was going for.
lied and accused other people of weaponizing things and targeting her over these things when she has openly, knowingly lied time and time again about all of these situations. She has concocted so many lies saying that we just don't hear the older kids. They live there. They're always there. They just know better than to come in the.
Who cares though? That's my point. Who fucking cares? That's Britney's business. It has nothing to do with YouTube at all. Do we know Britney's a liar? Abso-fucking-lutely. Don't be a friend then. But to sit there and act like that's your fucking business nonsense, it's not. I don't give a fuck if her kids live there or not. Has nothing to do with me. Again, there's so many other things that you can go after Britney on. That is not one of them.
Room when she's streaming. They're aware enough. Craig just said they've never lived with them.
They've lived there and visited.
Yeah, and
They've lived there and visited. Craig threw her under the bus and rolled that motherfucker back up over her one after another last night. You know he's in fucking trouble.
how is that wrong? How is it wrong to co-parent? I can assure you that I'm not the only person that walks
Coop keeps getting Hank's cheeks.
this earth who has kids that go back
Our
and
house is
forth.
big, but it's not that big.
I mean, my God.
Now, also, let me make this clear, just so there's no confusion. I think Britney is a bad mom. I think Britney is a fucking liar, a lowlife, a piece of shit, and not much different than anyone else in this community over there. So those are my thoughts on Britney. But what I'm not going to do is nitpick every fucking move this girl makes. There is enough stuff to talk about that's actually worth a fuck than whether she lied about kids or not. It's worse that she fucking scammed the whole community, much like the other one, but that she scammed a community. But it is what it is. Nothing I can fucking do about it.
What's that?
Their house is big, but it's not that big. Yeah, they don't.
See, Sammy, I'll give you that. But nonsense started with me tonight for no fucking reason. The bitch wish she looked as good as I do. But for her to, out of nowhere, bring up my looks, bitch, sit the fuck down.
Don't have rooms there.
That family that had the 6 children or whatever.
I don't know, but I'm sick of it. I have never given my kids away, ever. And my fucking kids will tell you that.
They wanted to keep them. I don't know if I should say, but
They wanted to keep them. Remember this.
were afraid of child support.
They wanted to.
Business. The point is,
Nope, it's none of anybody's business because you made it the internet's business. That's why it's the internet's business. You used it as part of your content and tried to weaponize it against other people. That's why it's of public interest, because you have lied repeatedly.
never gave my kids away.
Yes, Sammy, it happened on tonight's stream out of nowhere. Like, don't even know why I came up, but someone had mentioned me in the chat, and she just went on this fucking, nobody over here fucks with Laura. That Mr. Ed thing. Bitch, shut the fuck up, you manly gonzo.
Way. I mean, I don't know what the fuck else y'all want. You want me to have she's never my mother-in-law. My kid's grandma come tell you that? Don't put that shit on me. It's never happened. Never walked away from my kids. Ever.
Mm.
Like I said, they live like
They're back and forth.
around the
They've
block.
always been back and
pick
forth.
them up from school.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Face liar, because I can tell you, she's pissed about how y'all.
Hey,
Now let me also say, I don't know who Mal is. I know nothing about her. I'm coming in with like a straight up ear. I have no idea who she is.
you're muffled.
Hang on.
There you are. There you are. Not that Karen, thank you for being a member for 12 months. Shelby Lynn, thank you for being a member for 13 months. Shelby Lynn says, gotta love Craig. LOL, he's like a human receipt. Giving out the moose baggage. Yeah, he sure is, Shelby. Thank you for the support. Are you there?
No.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
What you up to?
You know, just living that life.
Living that life.
Yeah, living that life.
What do you feel comfortable talking about?
Whatever.
Now, just so I'm clear, because I really don't know. From what I understand, though, she left Brittany 2 years ago. She hasn't been with Brittany for 2 years. Is that accurate? Hey, Grandma Rose.
Here to answer whatever.
What were you asked to try to help them do after Roger passed away? Was it stuff with the probate
No.
or
So
life insurance stuff?
no, actually. So when he died, I believe they were under the impression that everything would be left to Craig. It was not. It was left to Craig's aunt. And the way that it was explained to me was just that Craig and Roger had gotten into some type of fight years prior, and Roger had taken him out. And that things had been patched up, and that he just never took the time to re-put him back in, is what I was told. Now, do I think that that's accurate? No. I think it was one of those where he was like, dude, you got to work for something in your life. I'm not just going to hand this to you if something happens to me. And but that was kind of as far as that one went. So it was, I don't even remember how long after Roger died that this all happened.
All right, see, here's my question. I kind of understand how she's explaining it. I don't think this was random. I firmly believe that they talked prior. But why does any of this even matter? And if I'm missing something and you guys can explain it, let me know. Because I just don't know why any of this even matters. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, why is this important?
But it was at least a week later, maybe even a few weeks. I'm not exactly sure of the time frame. But they had gotten a letter in the mail from Campbell's.
Oh, that's right.
and
Okay.
It was regarding his pension plan through Campbell's.
His pension, yeah. Okay.
And we were on a call, and she was like, I need to show you this. So we were on a video call, and she was like, what does this mean? Like, his life insurance and everything went to the aunt. Like, what does this mean? And we were reading through it, and to like what I had seen, it was a pension plan and there was no named beneficiary. So I'm like, okay. Well, if Craig would be then considered next of kin,
Right.
he would be the one to receive it, because if there's no beneficiary listed, like for the rest of his stuff, it was the aunt, it would just go to next of kin. Now, with Craig's brother passing away, his older brother passing away, Craig is now the next of kin. So
Okay.
they immediately were like, oh my gosh, help me fill this out. Like, what's this? Like, what does this mean? What is it? Like, just different things. Like, what do you put here? What do you, like, as we're reading through the actual paperwork. And then they went, I want to say it was very quickly after that, they went and they put it in and went to the courthouse, and they were trying to figure out, they were like, okay, well, we have to make sure that he can be named the beneficiary, or like, I don't know exactly the wordage of that.
The estate, yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least for the pension that did not have a listed beneficiary.
Right. Okay.
So then they went to the courts, and it was a whole thing, and then they received word that in their area they needed to post a 90-day obituary in their local paper as a way to put out that Roger had passed, so that way
Notify.
it notifies anyone that he
I don't know about North Carolina, but isn't that done by the funeral home? Like when Brad died, his mom had said it with the funeral home. Like I remember she told me that the funeral home, like we have to write it, but the funeral home set it up. So I never heard of a funeral home like not being involved in that, but I don't know how North Carolina works. They didn't let them
potentially owed money to or anything like that. And then so then they just had to wait the 90 days, and as long as no one had come forward in those 90 days to say, hey, he owed me this, or he owed me this, or, you know, a company comes forward saying, no, he owes this, I guess the state or the county or something like that is potentially like, that's their way of saying, hey, it's been out there for 90 days. So,
right.
And then they would receive the pension, or whatever is left over of the pension if anyone had come forward. So this all happened. I don't even know the date off the top of my head of when he passed. But I know, I want to say what it was, like May or something. I'm not sure. All I know is that it was over halfway of the 90 days when I left. So I was not actually there when the 90 days would have been up. I want to say it would have been like the first or second week of September of 2023. Just based off my head, that could be wrong. But okay, April 6th, 2023. April to May, May to June. Well, they didn't do all this, though, right when he died. This would have been like 2 weeks later. So it would have been August. Yeah, right around August is yeah. And so it would have been like, yeah, the end of August, early September is what I believe, based on just my memory of things, is when they were supposed to receive this money, as long as no one had come forward based upon yeah. So I'm trying to think of what else there was in that, but that is kind of when I obviously when I left July 2nd of 2023.
That was always a rough month for her. July.
Yeah.
You left 23. Alma and those guys left July of 24, and the other group left July of 25. That's interesting.
Yeah. So it's kind of just, that was the last I heard. Now I have spoken
That's another thing I want to point out. Every single one of us have had mods leave. Some of these people act like they're holier than thou and they've never had mods leave. Yes, we've all had mods left. We've all been close to mods that turned around and then hated us. So I don't get why people act like they're so holier than thou and no mod has ever left them and they're just picture perfect. Just stop the bullshit.
Spoken to different people who were around during that time that have said, hey, she was going on a spending spree at this time. She obviously says no, like we never got that money. But I couldn't say yes or no. I think based upon things
Obviously.
that I've seen and items that she's claimed to have purchased during that time frame and people that were there during that time frame.
Yeah.
I think there's a very high likelihood that they either got it or they charged up a debt thinking they were going to get it and didn't. I don't know.
Right. That's why they got all those toys.
Yep. This would have been in 2020.
Yeah, I could definitely see Brittany being that person and Craig being that person that'd be like, oh, we have money coming to us so we can go spend. I can so see Brittany and Craig like that, without a doubt.
23 that I'm talking about this time frame too, guys.
Yeah. But can you answer, and if you don't feel comfortable,
go right
of
ahead.
course you don't have to, because I don't want to put.
Ah, thanks, love. But you know what I mean, though? I mean, everybody's had mods that leave. These people act like they never had a mod that left. I mean, come on. Brittany's not the only one. But like I said a long time ago, Brittany also has a lot of mods because she mods up everybody.
Put you on the spot on any of this, but I know a lot of this has already been discussed in many different places. So was there a reason given why Brittany was not included in his obituary? Who wrote that? The aunt?
Yes.
Okay. And then she just didn't include Brittany in it?
No. And to my understanding, like I know what was it that you said before I came back?
I was just saying, I said, call me on it. I said, why didn't she go up and visit Roger when he was in the hospital and dying?
Yeah.
Why were you sitting in the van instead of going up to visit Roger?
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Who gives a fuck if she sat in a van? Why do you care? Like, there's so many other things that you could get on Brittany about. Why does it fucking matter that she sat in a car and didn't visit her father-in-law? Who gives a fuck?
Why were you laying in the van for hours while Craig was in there?
Craig
The man
was
that
in
let
it.
you live in his house.
And then I mentioned that they went to, instead of going to his actual services, they went before everybody else and left before everybody else got there.
Like, dude, why do you even know this? Why do you even know this nonsense? And why do you care? Who cares?
Yeah. Yep.
And those are things she communicated.
Like, I get Mal knowing because she was friends with her at the time or very close with her. So I can see that Mal would speak to her about it and Brittany would, talk to her about it. And she probably knows a lot of secret. I get all that. But nonsense? You were never friends with Brittany. So why do you know all this? And why do you care? That's what I don't get.
Communicated to people.
Yeah. Yes. That I was there for that. I talked to her on the phone while she was laying in the van. And she just literally laid there for hours.
And she was angry with Roger over the money situation, correct?
They both were. It was, I think, very shocking to them that he had never switched it back, to my understanding. So, yeah, I don't know. Trixie's, yeah, they went in and I believe they fought for him to become the beneficiary. There was something there where he had to like sign different things and do, like, it wasn't something that it just was given to him, but it was something where, like, when it happened, I was like, no, I think you guys could go in and potentially, like, you have his house bills and stuff like that, that you guys could definitely try and figure that out.
So the houses were left to the aunt, though. Is that correct? And then they just had to go through probate. You don't have to go in. I don't think.
No. So there's certain parts of it that, like, and I've actually learned a lot of this from Clue. Unfortunately, it's kind of not learned it, but opened my eyes a little bit to, like, the things that she told me personally are not always 100% accurate. So I can only kind of say what.
No, that's fine.
She told me. To my understanding, yeah, the aunt was left to both of them. I know there was a conversation with the aunt in regards to, I'm never going to put my, whatever the kids are, what is that? What would that be? Great nephews or my nephew out on the street. Like, she was very much like, hey, like, I'm not going to make you guys homeless, but at the same time, I'm going to honor my brother's wishes.
Right.
So, and I know for a fact that they didn't own the rental alone to begin with. Like, it wasn't just Roger's, to my understanding, as to what they said to me. It was split, and it was the same as potentially other things, because I know I've heard different people talk about a beach house that was potentially shared between the siblings on Roger's side and stuff like that, that they were trying to sell and they wanted a part of it. I don't know exactly. But yeah. And last I heard, what were his wishes? What do you mean, Clue? Like,
do you know what the will contained?
I never saw the will. No, I just heard what Brittany was like told me. But to my understanding is something happened between Roger and Craig years prior that caused Roger to take Craig out of the will. And to Craig and Brittany's understanding, it was fixed between all of them. And it was one of those things where Roger always was like, oh, you know, we'll do it. And they just never got to it before he passed, was how their mindset was.
That's very likely. I mean, that can happen. I mean, I don't think they anticipated his time, and, you know, he didn't realize he didn't have time. So sounds like a disagreement years previous. He was taken out of the will or written out of the pension or whatever the case may be. And then they came to some sort of compromise over the years.
But if he's the only son and the only child left, wouldn't he automatically get something that didn't have a beneficiary on it? I thought that was like an automatic.
And then it just never got completed or changed back around before he passed. Yeah, those are her family. Unfortunately, these are many situations around money and death. So many people go through stuff like this. My grandparents' estate has been in fucking probate and in the courts because they have mineral rights and shit for going on like 15 years. Yeah, it's been wild, just wild shit. So I mean, unfortunately, this shit happens with families.
It does. And Clue, what I meant by like honor his wishes is I think he was very close to his sister. And I think if anyone was going to know his mindset of how he would want things at that specific time, it would be her. And so I think if there was something in there of like, okay, if I don't get to this, do this or do this, then,
yeah, there were 2 sons, but one passed away. Or were there 3 and there were 2 left? I am under the assumption that he had 1 brother and then it was just him. But you're saying there were 3 brothers? and then one passed, and then there's 2 left. I was under the assumption there was one he passed, and then he was the only one left. But I might be wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry, I get distracted.
You're okay. I know you're looking through stuff too. I can tell. You're
No,
just
you're
like,
good.
Clue says, wait, I'm sorry. So he's in the hospital and they're mad he hasn't gotten his will done. BJ wouldn't go up and visit Roger,
No.
is what I understand. She laid in the van.
Correct. Yep.
And wouldn't go up
She
and
drove
visit
Craig
him.
there and stayed there the whole time until he said goodbye, and then
Yeah, Lacey, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. When she was just saying about a sister, I thought she meant Roger's sister, not Craig's sister. Because when she said his sister, I'm thinking she means the aunt. But all right, so he had 2 brothers. No, he had 1 brother, and the brother passed away. So that would make just him left. I don't know about a sister.
left.
Yeah. Yep. And then
They were mad because they thought he had changed the will back to putting Craig into it years prior.
But that's not out of the norm. It's not out of the norm for people to be like, look, you need to fucking get that will in order, even in the hospital. That doesn't make them bad people. That's normal. I know if my mom was dying and her will wasn't straight, I'd be like, Mom, you need to get the will done. Has nothing to do with money, has to do with circumstance. You just don't want to fight. You don't want to have to get court. You don't want to have to get lawyers. Now, I'm not saying that's how Brittany thought. I'm saying personally, like, you want to make sure that shit is rock solid before someone passes, because you can't do anything after that.
Because the first blow up that got him taken out of it was years prior. So that's kind of where they're mad about. They were mad that he never put the will back, but they didn't find out that he didn't put the will back until after he passed.
See, but that's another thing. Why wouldn't you ask your dad and be like, Dad, did you put the will back? Did you put did you add me back in the will? Well, Lacey, what I'm saying is that I'm not talking Brittany's situation. I'm saying in general that it's not out of the norm to try to, make sure everything is in order. That's all I'm saying.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, she laid in the van. She didn't go up and pay her last respects to Roger, from what I've been told by numerous people, that she laid in the van and was angry because they found out that.
See, that statement I find creepy as hell. Why are lots of people telling you about Brittany's life? Like, I totally get Mal knowing. I totally get Brittany's mods or friends knowing. But why are people running to nonsense telling them about something Brittany did? That's the kind of shit that I find creepy.
It wasn't all fixed, like he said, and she wouldn't even go up and say goodbye. And she attended services for Roger. They went to like the viewing by themselves and then left before the actual services with his family transpired.
Correct.
So, yeah. I mean, that's why and this isn't just Mal that has told me this. This has been many people that she has shared this.
Yes, she tells her mods. I get that. But Nonsense is not a mod. And the fact that Nonsense knows all this and saying that multiple people tells her all this, that's fucking weird to me. Why would anybody tell Nonsense this stuff? Like, it's creepy.
With that I've heard this from, that have been corroborated these same stories. She has shared this with most of her ex mods or groups, individual, groups through.
I mean, let's call a spade, and I'm not downing anybody. I'm not saying anything negative about anybody that has lots and lots of children. But if my sons got with a girl and already had 3 kids by like 25 years old, I would not like her either. She could be a wonderful person, but I would not like her either. Unless she like totally had her shit together, which Brittany did not. But add to the fact that if I see her not even caring about her other kids and having someone else raise those kids, yeah, my son would not be with her very long. And if he got her knocked up, I'd be even more mad. So I get why they don't like Brittany.
Throughout the years. So it's not just Mal that's confirmed this. This has been a lot of people that have said this stuff.
Yeah. And Shelly, yeah, you can ask a question. I'm here to answer any questions before I start to lose it.
Yeah.
Exactly, Lacey. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I'm not going to like her either. I'm going to be like, nah, that bitch ain't coming in here. Fuck that.
Ambien, I mean.
I know. We're not going to keep her up here long. I'm going to kick her pretty soon, but.
Well, she knows when to kick me.
I do. Unfortunately, though, I'm not to like play devil's advocate, but these are pretty typical situations around death and money. I'm not to throw shade at them, but I know a lot of people that have had falling outs with family, rifts, things like that. So watching her throw this at mischief, well, they themselves, like, these are situations, unfortunately, this is a good reminder. Life is really short. We never know. If you have stuff, make sure you have a will, a living will. Yeah. Somebody knows your wishes. Keep that with your close people. This is a good reminder to people to kind of get those plans. Somebody knows what you want. So there's none of this, because it adds death in the families, adds so much.
And if you intend on changing something, make sure you do it in a timely manner, because you never know what can happen.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's just a reality that many people go through, and money and death cause a lot of family upset.
Yeah.
A lot. Sorry. Shelly says, okay, sorry. You say they didn't know after he passed about the will, and if so, were they okay? There you go.
No, so they knew about the will, but they assumed that Roger had fixed it years prior. So years prior, there was some type of something that happened. I didn't.
Yeah, but that's what I find odd too. In all these years that you thought it was fixed, why didn't you just ask him? And even when Craig talked about him earlier, he called him Roger. Like, dude, that's your dad. He's dead. Have more respect than that. But I guess not everybody's me.
Get details on that. That caused Roger to take Craig out of the will. Then things got patched up and things went back to normal, and Roger said he was going to put him back into the will. And I don't know if something happened or if it was on purpose. I don't know, but he was never put back in the will, even though potentially Brittany and Craig assumed that he was, because he said he was going to. Not necessarily that they didn't know they were not in the will. They assumed they were. So it was a huge shock when he hadn't changed it back, because apparently he said that he was going to. If that makes sense.
Yeah, money caused a huge rift in my mom, my aunt, my uncle, like when my grandparents passed.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff. But like I said, they had to get an attorney and fight with mineral rights. They're still in court with the state. And like mineral rights is a whole other thing that I don't even understand. And it's been years. Like my grandfather passed away years ago, and they had everything.
I think it was during that time, because I believe his sister was there with Craig in the hospital with his dad.
That wasn't now that I heard that piece of it.
Yeah, that part was not from me. But yes, so
That's somebody else that she spoke to during
yeah,
that
she
time.
at that point she did not, to my understanding, what she was telling me in real time, they didn't know about that. It would have been, I want to say Craig found out about that night when he was talking to his aunt at the actual hospital.
That's what I've heard too from another that she communicated the same with. I heard that Brittany was never really liked him ever since the money situation. It caused a lot of tension, according to what she had told others.
Well, and I think too, there was a lot of, hey, you two are adults, you have children, let's get our lives together, let's get our shit together, let's work towards a life. And they were like, why? Like, we have a house, you know? And I have been seeing all the questions. I don't know much. I still, and I've had the conversation with Nonsense about this, about his military history. That's something that I only had really one conversation with her about. And it was in regards to, like medical coverage, because I had asked something in regards to like, why is he getting VA benefits for being in the Navy? And to what she told me was no, that something bad had happened to Craig in basic and that he didn't make it all the way through, so he didn't have benefits. But then I've heard lots of other people say, hey, we found this record, or we've seen this, and he talks about it now, and there's a lot of different things. So I don't, and she wouldn't tell me what that thing was. She said he doesn't talk about it. So that's as much as I know. I know based on what she told me.
Right.
I'll be honest, there's a lot of questions in regards to that for me. I know I have a lot of family members and, you know, people that I'm very close with that are in the Navy, in the Army, in the Marine, like different things. And I do think it's very, I don't know. But like I said, and she could have lied to me too. So there's a lot to it. And I've found out that a lot of things she has told me have been lies. So I can only portray to you guys directly what she told me.
Right.
You have to take everything that I say that she says with a grain of salt, because it's her.
Because you don't even know if it's true. Melissa, she's not trying to be creepy or invasive or anything. These are things that Brittany shared with many people behind the scenes of what was going on, what had happened. And as she is sitting here throwing all this stuff at Mischief and saying, you know, you cut your kids out because of money and, you know, life insurance or whatever. These are stories that Brittany herself has told mods or people around her for years that even they are questioning. None of us, at the end of the day, I'll be honest, I don't give a fuck about any of this shit. What I care about is the fact that she lies and weaponizes this stuff against so many different people. And the stories, there's so many stories that she has told so many people. And when she does shit like this, it's annoying. It's annoying as fuck for all these people to be like, wait a second, but you were angry and you said XYZ. And like Mal was one that they called when they got documentation and what is this? Or what, you know, can you help me with this? Like she overshares behind the scenes and in public. It's not, you know, I didn't mean to put Mal on the spot at all.
No, I don't mind.
But
who cares if she overshares? Don't watch her. This is the shit that I don't agree with going after Brittany for. If Brittany wants to overshare, that's on Brittany. Who gives a shit? Like, why the fuck do you care if she overshares?
These are things that have been talked about. This isn't the first time that this has been discussed. And this is unfortunately just part of it. She has said so many things to so many people. Nobody really knows the truth. Nobody really has an idea. There's clips of them bragging about. In fact, if you're in here, can you send me that clip? You know, you'll know who I'm talking to. Can you send me that?
I think this is why I enjoy Clue and Cletus and not any of these other assholes. Because Clue and Cletus don't nitpick every little fucking thing. They like what they have issues with Britney on, I can relate to. I totally understand what they go after her for. I completely get it. But this nitpicking is too much. Like it's just too much. Hey, Janessa. I just think it's there's no reason for all this nitpicking. There's so much stuff you can go after her for that's not nitpicking. And I really do think it's why I enjoy Clue and Cletus because of that.
Clip that Craig brags about getting $100,000.
Right. And that was the amount
Can you
that
send me that
was
again?
the pension.
That's not to Mel, but that's to one of my friends that had sent me that clip, and I don't.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the other things too, why I have let a lot more out in regards to like the details of things is because she details these things and she lies about them, or she tells a completely different story.
All right, let me rephrase that. When it comes to her ex mods, her subs, that kind of shit, I'm right there with you. They have a right to feel betrayed. They have a right to feel the way they feel. They have a right to feel like they've been, lied to and all these other things. Nonsense does not. Nonsense has no part in Britney's life. That's what I'm saying the difference is. Her subs that she's fucked out of money, her subs that she's lied to, I agree with you guys 100%. But nonsense has no connection there. It has nothing to do with her.
Right.
In regards to how things go. And then when someone's like, no, she said that's not what she told me, she's like, oh my God, why are you sharing my personal information? It's like, well, bitch, why are you talking about it online then? Don't bring up. And I think the other thing for me too, when it comes to a lot of this, is when it comes to Craig's dad passing, which I will say, from what I like, he was a godsend to them in general. Yes, he probably could have done bad things, but like the way that he treated the boys and stuff like that was very admirable. And no, I don't remember where I was going. Oh,
No,
everything comes back to money when it comes to Britney. And unfortunately, because of the demeanor she gives off as being this sweet Southern mom who just loves all her kids, like that's not who she is. But it's, for me, and I've said this all the time, is I speak up so that no one has to feel the pain that I went through, as well as go through what I went through. I don't want anyone else to have to be taken advantage of. And although I'm obviously one person, I can't not like say something.
Right.
If I can, even if it's one person that can hear what I say and just be like, hey, don't trust this. Or, if she's asking you for, money for food or money for the clothes, tell her that you're going to send her just the money, or not the money. Tell her that you're going to send the clothes, or that you're going to just like, they can pick it out and then send me the pictures and I'll send it directly to you. Right. And I guarantee she'll be like, no, I don't want that, because that's not what she's here for. And unfortunately, I found that out the hard way, and a lot of other people have found that out the hard way. But that's one of the main reasons too why I am so vocal about everything that I found out about behind the scenes when it comes to the pension and stuff like that, because she's lying about it one way or the other, and it has to do with the money. And there's a lot of people that are giving her money that should not be giving her money.
Right.
And so if I can come out here and tell you guys what she verbatim told me, maybe that'll just even get one person to like side eye and be like, okay, maybe I am just going to offer to send her, the specifics. That's why a lot of people, I think, in her chat were asking her to make a gift wish list because they don't trust to just give her the money, but they still want to help.
Right.
And that's what I would say. If you want to help her, please do whatever you want to do, but do it in the way that,
Be careful.
yeah, be careful and just know that like there's going to be limits to what she's going to accept, and you'll be able to see her motives within those limits.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Does anyone else
it-
have any other questions?
It feels, I know it feels yucky, Melissa. I get it. It does.
Yeah.
I trust and believe like the way she's, if you haven't heard what she's doing with Mischief, you'll understand why I said what I said. And again, I'm not going to put out who else has told me.
Now, I'm asking you guys because this part I don't know. Wasn't Mischief talking about her first? And then Brittany's response was whatever she said? Or did Brittany bring up Mischief first? Because I'm pretty sure that Brittany only talked about Mischief after the fact. After Mischief went on panels lying about her. I might be wrong, though. But that's how I remember it. That's what I remember hearing. Am I right or wrong on that?
These things, but you guys know there's a lot of ex-mods that carry a lot of the same information. Mal isn't the only one. Mal has talked about this stuff. Mal is very open and honest about what she knows, but she will always give the caveat to the whole portion.
UA, I don't believe that. Because why would Brittany bring up Mischief out of nowhere and start talking about her? Brittany, that's one thing Brittany doesn't do. It started with BJ saying Mischief's government name. Why'd she say her name? I guess I would have to go back and see it. But usually Brittany does that after somebody talks about her. Like I said, I haven't watched them, so I can't say for sure. I'm just going on patterns. And patterns are usually, yeah, but why did Brittany bring up or say her name? Was Mischief on someone's panel, in someone's chat, or she just randomly brought up someone's name? And believe me, I know Brittany to be a liar. Don't get me wrong.
That, look, these are just things I was told. I don't know what's the truth or not. And again, it feels invasive. It feels icky. I agree with you. But it's because of how she weaponizes the stuff. It's shit we shouldn't even know about. And again, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to take up for Brittany, but the reality is many families have issues around wills, death, things like that. There's many people, I'm sure, in this comment section that have had rifts in their family because of deaths and money. And it happens. It really does. And not to give them excuses, but their family is really no different. But the way she weaponizes things against others and uses people, it's really concerning to me because she knows way too much about people's finances.
Yeah.
She knows who's isolated, who is disconnected from their families. She love bombs those people. She becomes like a daughter to those people because Brittany is about the long con. And that's the concerning portion for me. I don't give a fuck about what they inherited. I don't give a shit about their houses. I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. None of my fucking business. I don't give a shit about her custody agreements or lack thereof. I don't care. What I concern myself with is the fact that she weaponizes and uses people as currency.
Yeah. And I think too, it's important. Like, I would never be giving out the information if I didn't think there was a reason for it.
Right.
And there were two questions I saw. One was, do I know why he doesn't drive? No, I have no idea. He just never had. I had asked, like, why doesn't he do the drop off or pickup? And she said she didn't want the teachers and the student pickup line to hit on Craig. So she didn't trust him to go out in public by himself. So he didn't. That was pretty much the main thing. Shoot, what was the other one I saw?
Lonnie, thank you so much for the support, by the way. She answered your question, but
Oh yeah, thank you. And it was one that was like, if she makes 6K. So I'll tell you, when I was there, and this is something that I've always been very vocal about, is as her co-host, she did pay me. She paid me monthly. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I suck at money.
but that was between the two of you.
Yes. No, I know, but
I do not believe that. I'm sorry, I don't. Hold on, where you going? I absolutely do not believe that Brittany paid her to be on panel. I don't.
But my point is that I was never under the impression that her channel was making the money that it was making. So for me, I was always like, okay, I'm going to ask you each month, like, okay, are you going to pay me? Great. Now I just need to know so I can budget it, because I do still work a full-time job. So I just need to know, like, okay, maybe I could take a few hours off, whatever.
I do not believe that Brittany paid her to be on panel with her. I'm sorry, I don't.
And so some months it would be, $100. Other months it was $250. I don't know if it ever really went above 250. And that was fine with me. Like, I wasn't doing it for the money. I was doing it because I enjoyed it. It was a passion of mine. And I've said this to many people that unfortunately she's ruined that passion for me. I'm slowly trying to get back to it.
Mel's
but
very anal with her content, so
yeah.
that's
but
not a bad thing.
yeah, but it was one of those things. This is all going back into a question someone asked.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see BJ giving money. All right, if she did, she did. I think Brittany is way too greedy.
I was always like, hey, you just give me whatever you're comfortable giving me based on like what you made. So for me, I never knew how much the channel was making during that time.
Right.
So for me, I'm like, oh, 150, maybe she made, $700 that month, and that's all, like, that's what she can give me. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I didn't care. Although we were going live every single night. But still. So yes. So in regards to, someone had asked what I think she spends the money on. When I was there, she had a scratch off problem. She would get them every single day.
Ugh.
That's what Clue was talking about. Because I'm like, what in the fuck? Why is Clue bringing up scratch offs? Like, I thought it was a joke. Well, now I understand why.
Yeah.
I've heard this from so many people outside of Mal. And
yeah.
I'd have to go back and look, but I've been sent clips that you can hear her doing
scratching
during live streams. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's something that happens if you, and not in a shaming way, but like if you grow up with not a lot of money and then you come into a lot of money, it is very difficult to spend that money wisely.
Right.
And I don't think that they've ever had anyone to teach them where the money can go, and neither of them are responsible enough to spend that money wisely. So it's the type of thing where like with Craig, if he wants $1,000 watch, she's going to get it. Even if she's going to have to beg for you guys to pay, the water bill, or not the water bill, but like the internet for that month, or her phone bill. She doesn't plan ahead, and it's like the instant gratification. There's no long-term planning. It's just that instant gratification of utilizing.
Hey, well, I was thinking about you earlier, Audacity. My opinion, at one point in chat asked for Mel's Cash App, etc. Because Mal did the show. DJ would leave panel a lot and not even participate. Paying her 100, 200 was cheaper. I gotcha.
Realizing it. So
Yeah, it's just irresponsible. It's,
yeah, and I mean
what it is.
it's a common thing. Unfortunately, there's no one there to help them. So I mean, there's no one there to kick him in the ass anymore and be like, hey, you know, be an adult. You have a family to take care of. You have things that you need to do. Like, there's no one there.
Yeah, they don't know how to live within their means, but they've
Yeah.
always had somebody to cover for them or pay
Correct.
the bills. Like there was always somebody else paying their bills. And we're going to get into
Mhm.
that because I'm going to pull up the question and answer where she tells the story about how her and Craig met and the situation going on. So I'm going to pull that. And actually, I've got another one pulled up too about her bragging or Craig bragging about the inheritance that they're going to get so people can understand. These have been years of lies. That's
Yeah.
like I said, I know it feels yucky to even discuss this because none of us should know this shit. None of us should even fucking know any of this stuff, nor is it any of our concern. But it's because of how she has lied and manipulated people over the years to believe different things and told many different stories. That's why it gets talked about, especially when she is targeting people and saying, you did this and you cut these people out of your life because of money when they have their own bullshit that she has, well, not publicly, but acknowledged to so many people and told stories on. Well, yeah, publicly too.
Right. Yeah. Well, and I think too, it's just, I don't even know.
One thing I want to add though is her second channel was redone and remonetized in May of 2024. It was May of 2024 that she remonetized that second channel and had changed that channel over. And that's when that channel became profitable for her. I don't think she was making the money she was in 2024 than when you were with her in 23. I think she really got a windfall with Sebastian's case and started making on both channels. I don't think she was making near the amount.
So the backup channel was originally just her channel in case hers ever went down. Then when I was there, she had started it as, what did we name it? Allegedly in the news with Mallory and Brittany or something like that. To the point where she gave me all the login info. I could set up the lives. I could do it all. But at the time, like I said, I didn't know anything about YouTube. So I never like went into like the dashboard and saw how much the channel was making or anything like that. And then we also still had the Patreon, which is what we started together, which I still have all of those lives on my channel because we use the Patreon for stuff that YouTube did not like. So conspiracy theory, stuff like that would a lot of the times get flagged. And I said, we can use my channel because I don't ever plan on using my channel. So we connected the Patreon to my channel. And then all those lives I still have on my channel. They're just hidden.
Right.
But she never showed up for those. Very rarely would she show up for the other ones. And then I saw someone ask how long was I a co-host? From November of 22 to July of 23.
A lot of these questions have already been answered by Mal too. We did like a 6-hour stream where Mal laid out all of the receipts, every single thing that she's being asked in the comment section right now. You can find in that video already from August of 24. And she shows proof of everything. So if you have questions about any of that stuff, there is an entire live where Mal details extensively her experience. And the reason for it is because of the extensive lies that have been told over and over to so many people and what she has directly accused Mal of doing. Mal was mentioned by Craig in this very live stream that we're reviewing. So there is a reason for what we're talking about. What?
I was mentioned again?
Yeah, you were mentioned again.
As long as he's not calling the cat my name anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, time for you to go to bed.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll be in chat.
Damn, I just went and looked because I was going to confirm it. And yeah, Brittany erased everything from like years ago. everything. It's all gone. The furthest she goes back is like 6 months. I'm like, well, that don't help.
I'm joking. You don't need to answer all these questions again.
I don't mind. Well, I can
know.
stay up and watch with you for a little bit, and then I'll just, if
Okay.
I just pop down, then I fell asleep. So, but I ain't falling asleep on panel. I'll tell you guys that.
I just like to give Mel shit. This is how it's always been between us. This is how we've started. Yeah. We'll continue. Cash, thanks for the super sticker. This is from a channel called Don't Be a Liar. I don't know whose channel it is, but this is the clip that I'm talking about. Oh, I need to read those. Sorry. I didn't realize there was. On June 10th, 2023, Natasha Cooper did a live where she was reviewing one of Britney's lives from that day. It was during that live that Natasha showed the cockroach poop all over Britney's kitchen cabinets that Britney accidentally showed. What you're about to hear is Britney talking bad about Granny's watching, and her boyfriend felt the need to join the conversation and spill some tea that her current subs probably hasn't heard before. We're going to hear Britney once again blame something on her children that's not true. What she's talking about was pointed out by NC, and that was stuff that looks like roach poop on her cabinets. It's still sad that Britney doesn't hear her boyfriend say she's beautiful unless he's joining in to go at Granny's watching. Listen closely to what Britney's boyfriend says.
Talking trash about my house and the way I look, like twisty pictures of the house that you don't even know nothing about. Like, girl, y'all, you couldn't be more wrong. You couldn't be more wrong. The things they're saying. HH4 said, I'm here for the Southern boys.
No, but I heard that letter on Nonsense's live tonight. What a fucking joke. That's something to go after Britney about. Like, why are you messaging someone's mother? Like, ew. She's a grown woman. You don't need to message her mom.
Tiffany Crockett, I'm almost to that point where I'm like, you know what? I almost do want to just go on camera and say, you know, fudge you. Let's see.
You're beautiful, baby. I love you.
Oh, see, he never says that to me.
And if we about to get $100,000, we're gonna remodel this whole fucking house. But
We're about to get $100,000 and we're about to remodel this whole fucking house.
It's just where they take a picture of where the kids wrote on the wall. Like, who the fuck does that?
I'll turn this room into a studio.
I'll turn this room
Which
into a
time?
studio.
Empty room anyway. We got more rooms than we got two.
No, sir.
We got more rooms than we got children.
I said we got 2 houses and you live with your parents.
We got 2 houses and you live with your parents.
We have 2 houses and she lived with her parents. And no one talk shit on me.
It's ours.
It's ours. It's ours.
It's all
What I'm
ours.
saying,
It's all ours, he says.
we have 2 houses and
It's paid for, and I'm about to get $100,000.
It's paid for and I'm about to get $100,000 too.
Wait, pause it. On that too, to my understanding, is Roger had refinanced, is what they told me, and that they did still owe about $40,000 on the house.
Oh my
So,
God.
just throwing that out there. That was what I was told before I left, but who knows?
I didn't even know you were listening. I had no clue he was listening.
This is what Britney's cabinets looked like, not a child wrote on them. You
I was
heard
on
right.
that live.
100,000 and 2 houses again. They got 100,000 and 2 houses. Stop waiting until your next payday to buy a membership or send Britney a super chat until you have 100,000 and 2 houses. And there
Thanks,
you go.
Blue.
And let me drop the link for that video so you guys know exactly where it is.
Interesting.
I don't know whose channel this is. I have no idea, but there you go. There she be. Okay, back to this one so you guys can understand where this conversation even came from. And hello, everybody that's popped in. Thanks for hanging out with us. You know this is going to trigger a huge shitstorm tonight. Sorry, Mel.
Yeah. They're fine. 9mm, is it millimeter? In
Yeah,
lipstick?
9mm. Yeah.
That's interesting because I remember telling her many of times when I was telling her to get the hell out, for obvious reasons, to go to the other house. And she told me Craig doesn't allow her to go to the other house because there was a creepy guy that lived next door. And so he didn't allow her to go by herself over there with the boys. So they don't ever go over there, even though the house was perfectly fine. And I don't know. So, and at the time, no one was there. So I have no idea. And Clue said that the house was paid off before he died. So, like I said, everything that she tells me, that's just what she told me. I can't prove to you if it was right or wrong.
Yeah.
But it's good to know.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Y'all are treating me. She don't like it either, and she wouldn't do it.
Let me back this up so you guys understand the context of this. And I believe that for the benefit of the children, I don't know who she's implying is talking to the grandma, but I really highly and provide stability that they were likely there because of the condition of your home. And
Anybody that would lie about having a heart attack, that should tell you all the fuck you need to know.
The Undertaker.
And let me go ahead because I know they're going to run with what Craig just said. Yes, I do think that my kid's grandma was worried about child support.
I didn't say
at one point.
No, you just said that.
You said it a while ago.
They.
I
didn't say her.
So I've maintained. I never wanted to do that, so I maintained a.
Remember, you did that.
I maintained a relationship. We mediated out, so we never even had to do that. Like we never even went to court, never ever went anywhere.
Yeah, you never had to have a arrangement.
No, we just do it.
that doesn't make sense though, because the grandparents would have never been required to pay child support. So I don't know, like the grandmother would have never been required.
All right, her live from tonight is done. I'm going to switch to tonight's live. And you guys can hear what triggered me in the first place. And like her whole demeanor and tone is totally different now in this live than it was tonight. Like here she sounds caring and loving and like a normal person. Not in tonight's live.
And have it on hand.
Shit comes from that.
So I adaptation of them, but usually turn out really good. Hey, babe, it's good to see you.
Love ourselves,
Right. That's
do you, boo?
That's what I.
It's not going to make or break me at all. I promise you.
Seems you're a little bothered.
That shit was so funny. I was like, oh my God.
My camel toe. Chico has confirmed it is a typical regular camel toe, no double moose knuckle. No double rainbow over here, people. I will be having him get the air compressor out. And we Spanx, as she calls them, they're from Amazon. They're like a 3-pack of spandex.
Air yourself.
Hold on. Let me do it again. Outside of your pores. And when you can learn to laugh and embrace your falls or faults, that's when it becomes a beautiful thing. You know what this body has done? It brought into this world a beautiful human being. This body has held up 43 years. Just poor. Carry on. Tell us more. Tell us more.
To another woman to make yourself feel better or to make yourself feel good says so much more about you than it does me. The fact that you have to,
And I'm not joking. On those shorts, I'll show them to you guys again, just Natalie, if you guys want to see them. These shorts are not spandex. They do not like compress in any way, shape, or form. You can size down to get a little bit more snug fitting. She's not embarrassed about my body. She's just embarrassed because I don't have any shame. She's like that angel on my one shoulder. She just knows I don't give a shit. I really genuinely don't give a shit. And I will promote body positivity if it makes me look like a big fucking arrogant piece of shit and makes some of these little bitches insecure. Because guess what? This body right here has been 240 pounds when I've taken medication. This body
Wow, talk about not taking your own advice nonsense.
has been 110 pounds. This body has been in between and all over the place. I have had flab. I have had said. That looks just as fucking foolish because they join in on it. They're the ones looking like the transphobic, bigot, idiotic, insecure pieces of shit they are. You just don't get it at all. And your insecurity radiates out of you.
I got shit to do. Like,
I can sit here and goof off. I can do whatever I want, and I won't give a fuck about what anybody says because I don't care. Your buddy over there, call it as I see it, has used the picture of me, the screenshot that they took of me in a bikini top when they talk about your children. You want to talk about a weird fucking bitch to put my tits on the videos in front where everybody has to see and look at my tits? Well, they're trying to make a point about your children. If that's not creepy, I don't know what is. I would be offended that they're slapping some other woman's tits on a video when you're talking about your children. It's fucking weird. But now they have plenty of other things like me bent over or slapping my ass for Belinda to use. Maybe they'll stop putting my tits in the videos talking about your kids because that's a them thing. And it's really fucking weird.
Nonsense. Give me a fucking break. You love it, or you wouldn't have shown the picture on YouTube. Like, if that was Britney in a bikini, you'd feel the same. You'd be running your mouth about it. Give me a fucking... This is a hypocrisy that I can't stand. Like, if you didn't want it on YouTube or you don't want people making videos about it, then don't go on YouTube in a bikini. Plain and simple.
like I'm an adult over here. I don't have time to be worried.
Clue, back it up. We figured it out. I got Chico's. Oh, Revival, you weren't here for this either. So we heard the whole double moose knuckle thing again. And I know that Garbage Pail Girl or whatever her fucking name is claims she's a lesbian. Okay, cool. I don't care. But I couldn't understand because moose knuckles usually involve a man's part, let alone a double moose knuckle. So I asked Chico's expertise as a lesbian. And I backed up and everybody got a crotch shot for a good, 45 seconds. And we investigated and Chico gave us our overall, it's just a regular camel toe. I don't have a moose knuckle. So we've got the stamp of approval. Chico has let us know that it's just a regular camel toe. No double moose knuckle involved. So we're good to go.
About what some person halfway across the country has going on. I don't care. I just don't.
Well,
reality, I don't know what the hell it was.
Yes, we do.
There's literally...
Yes. And I said that they're going to say I tokenized Chico. Yeah, I did. I called out to my lesbian friends today to help me out what I was missing of this lingo here with the double moose knuckle because I was missing it. But I showed it all and we have confirmed that it's just a regular camel toe. Nothing exciting. damn it, I was kind of hoping I was like learning something new that I had, that I could be like, look at me.
Yo, this is getting creepier by the second. Like, what the fuck? Wow.
Comments in here saying she looks like a man, or you could go tell her to stop barking at people. Tell her to stop barking at other women in the community, Lilith Kane.
I did. I showed it. I did, Clue.
She does look like a man. She's shaped just like a damn man. I said it. I don't care. Tell her to stop barking at the camera, calling Jones in a fucking bulldog.
Okay. Well, like I said before, I'll just do this instead.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Okay. I won't bark. I'll just play that instead. Jensen, either be respectful.
Her biceps are twice the size of Kyle's.
What? My biceps are twice the size of Kyle's. Why you guys always got to pick on Kyle to take shots at me?
I have a dad bod, and
Right. I've always said I'm built like my dad.
I have an hourglass figure.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have a waist, hips, and boobs. Okay. It is what it is. But that actually came from a comment that was pointing out that that's what she was researching shapes for her own. And she said, I had an hourglass figure. And yeah, okay. You can call me a pear. I don't fucking care. Right. Look at me. That rhymed.
Johnson said, I mean, I am a bulldog, and I need her to remember that. I mean,
Girl, I forgot. I do that.
I could see you're a bulldog in you go hard if you have to, but you absolutely are.
I see her as the type that's gonna fucking spark up a blunt and laugh.
Absolutely don't look like
No.
one, and that pissed me off that she said that about you. Bitch. Calling somebody a fucking bulldog.
Again,
Okay, girl.
she's riding hard as fuck right now for Joneson because she acknowledges that her
Now that I agree with. She's riding way too hard.
and Joneson share a community. They have congregated all of the dumb fucks from the internet in their little spaces. For fuck's sake, my chats break your stream. I meant if you're not dating a person, it makes no odds what you think. If anybody is shocked by anything, don't challenge me to do something. Don't try to fucking use stupid slights about my figure, my body, because one thing you will never, you can talk about my body all day long. My brain runs circles around all of you combined. Your entire little corral in the pig pen, I'm doing laps around mentally, not just physically. The mental part is what you should probably.
The fact that you have to keep saying this tells me how insecure you are. Nonsense. Someone that truly believes that, like myself, I don't need to go announcing it. I don't need to tell everyone how much better or smarter or prettier I am than them because I just know it. I don't need to say it. When you have to constantly prove your worth to someone, you're telling them that you're very insecure. So you might want to think about that.
Work on catching up. That's the part you should be concerned about. Thank you, Clue.
Reality. Let me stop.
Oh, it's because her viewership was extremely low the other night. She admits it because Joneson was live and they share subs. That's where they've gotten to in life.
Johnson. I just don't. Look, here's my thing. I just don't. I'm damn. Wait a minute.
I can't even say I'm built like my mom because my mom is itty bitty, like tiny little, until recently with more people like playing clips and things of her. But for somebody that has all of these finer things in life, you sure really talk a lot about money and how much you're concerned about it. I never noticed that about you before.
Bitch, you better keep your hands out my pocket. Don't worry about my bag.
Jensen, we don't need to do that. You don't have to like Clue, but you're not going to disrespect Clue in my chat. Understood? Okay. And if she wants to, she can boot your ass out. Good.
A 2 hourglass figure. Stop.
They're worried about Queen Bee's money, Granny's nose, and everything Granny does, Clue's money, Clue's figure, Clue's man, Clue's house, Clue's tell me that I'm not barking appropriately.
Thank you for the 100. Tiff said, I never seen a group of women be so worried about another woman's bag in my life.
I can see Jensen on my side. I don't know if some of you guys can't. They might have some of you blocked. But I can see him on the StreamYard side. Okay, Jensen. Have you ever seen hard water? There's Jensen. I have never seen a toilet that disgusting. Have you ever seen hard water stains? Or like eroding of a toilet? Have you?
See, there's always an excuse when it comes to their friends. There's an excuse for everything when it comes to them. This is the hypocrisy that I wish some of them could see.
Ever. And why do you give a fuck about her toilet? Can we?
Why do you give a fuck about Britney's roaches? It's the same thing. Like, this is why I hate these people. They just don't look in a fucking mirror. Like, nonsense. That can be turned around so easily. Why do you care about Britney?
Can we talk about that? Like, why do you give a shit about their toilet?
Why do you give a shit about Britney's toilets? Why do you give a shit about Britney's cabinets?
Can't do that shit in Texas. No, girl.
Why?
That's not normal or common anywhere you go. It don't matter who.
Cash, you are on a roll today. Patron saint of Scorpion smokes camels, then wears their toes. Kyle cannot stand. His tailed legs are weighed down by his big wrench. Fucking Cash.
Like, think about this for a second. Can you imagine if Britney gave her daughters, her minor daughter's number to a 50-year-old sub and said, talk to him? Can you imagine what they would do to Britney? I mean, personally, I think it's creepy as fuck. But Nonsense did that. Nobody seemed to have care in the world. But imagine if Britney did that. Oh my God.
Smokes camels, then wears their toes. Good Lord. Oh my God.
Who you are.
Thank you, Cash. I think.
Center reviewed her and it was on there. Yeah, that's where I saw it at, Froggy.
That neck around so fast when Cletus said what he said this morning.
Oh, and if you're still here, Jones, and I do want to apologize because, look, I'm nosy. I make no secrets about that. I am a nosy bitch.
Okay.
And the moment that the first time you had mentioned something about her knowing something that Proudfoot said that was questionable, I don't even know what term to use. My red flags went up, and I've always wondered what that.
Rumors and speculation and garbage. Is that what Amethyst is trying to weaponize? A call that she was also a participant on? And it's somehow she trying to weaponize that against me when none of that information came from Chris Proudfoot?
Am I crazy when is Nonsense's name ever in a conversation with Chris Proudfoot? Like, never? I don't get that. I don't get why Nonsense is making it about her. I've never heard her connected to any of them. Like, and even the case, never heard her being connected or her name connected. So I don't know why she's being all weird.
Was all hearsay, speculations, rumors running around? Is that what Amethyst is doing? Would that call have actually happened? I promised you, I got you. Is that what you're doing? Because it seems to me that you're trying to backtrack some now, but other people are alluding to that being maybe the source of this. If that's the case, you realize Amethyst was a participant in that call. So at the same time, I was learning all of this hearsay, third, fourth hand information. So was she. And all of us knew that none of it can be vetted. And therefore, why would anybody ever bring that out with more rumors and speculation and gossip around a missing child? You were trying to destroy me. That's your goal, right, Joneson? To ruin and tank my...
Dude, nobody talks about you, Nonsense. I don't get what she's even referring to. Like, nobody wanted to ruin you. Nobody talks about you enough to even try to ruin you. There's nothing to ruin.
credibility. When she was a participant on the same call, when nothing happened, there was nothing that happened besides supporting a friend, showing up for a friend. That's what I was doing. I guess she had ulterior motives because 6 weeks later, when she didn't get her way, it became a problem for her. Meanwhile, we had all discussed that nothing was verifiable, not a single fucking thing of all these rumors and none of it. I got to be misconstrued, right? Because at first it sounds like you tried to say that I knew something from Chris Proudfoot. Now it sounds like you're trying to backtrack a little and trying to...
Honestly, am I the crazy one? I don't ever remember Nonsense's name in the same breath as Chris Proudfoot, from Joneson, from Brittany, from Amethyst, from anybody. I don't know why she's inserting herself into something that she was never involved in. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maneuver, because you realize I wasn't the only person that knows this information or heard this information, or nobody could vet this information. So you're trying to weaponize rumors and gossip and speculation because I didn't do what Amethyst demanded I did. That wouldn't be what you guys are doing, would it? Because that would be even more pathetic than the first alternative, that it was just a created lie. But if that's what you're doing, it's really interesting because your buddy Nunya actually reached out to me because I actually popped off of a live stream that night because I felt so bad not knowing or being able to help vet any information or take this away from anybody, because when it comes to missing children, a lot of people are emotionally invested. And I felt so bad that I couldn't give my energy to that live stream. So I actually popped off. Nunya was in that live stream. She actually texted me and said, "Did you leave because of XYZ?" And I said, Nope, I just heard some stuff that I can't do anything with. And it really affected me. Are you trying to weaponize that same shit? Because Amethyst has created or concocted some story that... Is that what's happening here? That wouldn't be, would it? That couldn't be. Thanks for entertaining me. Well, I'm door dashing. Of course, Sarah from the South. Thank you for being a member for 17 months. Woof, woof, bish. Thank you, Big Girl for Life, for the support. Beej is so triggered by a comment that wasn't so, including your eyelashes, that she's going to do a live trying to put them on. Per BJ. Triggered much? Well, hopefully she goes to the honky tonk and finds them on the floor and has a great time putting them on. I encourage anybody, if you can tolerate them and you like lashes, do it. If it makes you feel better about yourself, absolutely. And thank you, Sammy. Oh.
All right, so Nonsense told Amethyst something personal, something about Chris P. and Sebastian. Amethyst left Nonsense and told Jonesin. Jonesin is now threatening to release that info. Something about a phone call she was on with Chris. Interesting.
This is interesting, though, because whatever you're trying to weaponize, the only one it looks really bad on is you guys. Because if anything could have been vetted, it would have gone to law enforcement. Not being talked about and confiding in each other. It would have gone to law enforcement if there was anything that could be vetted on behalf of a missing child. See, we don't play games like that. But it seems to me that somebody ran to you and is playing a game involving a missing child. Kind of gross, if you ask me. But tell me when this call was. Because if that's the one you're fucking trying to weaponize, oof. Yikes.
Newsflash. They all weaponized Sebastian's case. Even you, Nonsense. Granny did, Brittany did, you did, QB did. Let's stop the bullshit. Y'all fucking did it. And y'all want to sit there and point fingers at everyone else. Every single one of you were vile.
And it's even more yikes for Amethyst that she would 9 months later all of a sudden have a major issue, but she never came to me about this.
Okay. Did we or did we not just listen to Mal, who has been gone from Brittany for over 2 years? Going on 3 years. 3 years. She had no problem having Mal on panel discussing Brittany, who she left 3 years ago. But Amethyst, she left Nonsense 9 months ago. I'm not a math whiz, but I'm pretty sure 3 years is a hell of a lot longer than 9 months. So why can't Nonsense apply the same mentality to her own life as she does with Brittany's?
Never once. She ran to you with it, though, because she knows that you're messy and would run with that. And guess what? You did exactly what she knew you would do. Her desperation to try and hurt me just tanked your credibility even further.
Any type of like hell from that bitch because I said what I said. To me, I got to be honest with you though. She does seem like she's worried.
Worried about what? What the fuck do these people think I know?
But I didn't want y'all to get any backlash because I keep bringing it up.
Obviously, you guys all are continuing to do the same exact thing. I wouldn't play with information around a missing child. Period, point blank, end of story. And nobody else would. If there was any of us that had beneficial information that could be vetted, it would have gone straight to law enforcement. And I can proudly say that on
because we know you're a cop caller. But I'm going to make this loud and clear. I want everyone to fucking hear me. Your average YouTuber, especially in the crime community, is not solving a case. You're not fucking solving anything. You don't need to contact the police. Nobody's giving you secret inside information about a case. People need to deflate their fucking egos and come all the way the fuck back down to reality. You're not getting information. You don't need to call the police. You don't need to waste their fucking time. Just stop.
behalf of many of the people and especially the creators I associate with. If they had anything verifiable, that information would have went to law enforcement and never been turned into content. I can proudly state that. Now, what they're trying to do, I have no idea. But if it's regarding that call, Amethyst was a part of that call. Because at the time, I trusted her and thought she would be a great source of support. Seems like she's just a great source of...
Oh, you mean like when Brittany was friends with Mal and Mal was on the phone with her the whole time that she was sitting in the van in the hospital, right? She trusted Mal. And Mal trusted her. But they were really good friends. Can someone show me the difference? There is none.
Personal vendettas and weaponizing missing children. Duchess, you know exactly what I'm talking about, too. I don't know if this is exactly what they're trying to put out here, but if that's what is being kind of alleged and tossed around by some of their group, if that's the case, this is even more fucked up and ridiculous than I even assumed to begin with. The first alternative was just a fabricated fucking lie that she had concocted and ran. But if this is what they are, fucking Jesus. Pathetic. Yeah, it's fucking sick.
Jonesy needs to play DMX in her intro. Yeah. Oh, what is that?
Because the same thing, Lauren, that we knew at the time, that nothing, it's all about the rumors and speculation that everybody has heard. There's nothing that can be vetted. All the different rumors that were being ran around, all the speculation, all of that stuff. There is nothing that we were told or confided in that is vettable, like at all. And I'm saying that proudly. Now, if they have proof of the alternative, that never came to me, but it's because they know it's as ridiculous, and trying to weaponize that against me is never going to pan out because it was like fourth, fifth hand information that nobody knows what is factual, what was bait.
Okay, now as someone who follows true crime and as someone who has an educated brain, Chris Proudfoot is not going to tell a bunch of YouTubers private information. Chris Proudfoot is way smarter than that. So the fact that anybody thinks that Chris Proudfoot sat on a phone call with multiple people and gave private information, you're an idiot. Because that never happened.
What was a game being played? Nobody knows. But to try and like toss that shit at me, oof, is super weird. But if they are so concerned, call law enforcement. Do something about it. Seems instead of doing that, she brought her concern to you, so you would try to weaponize it against me. Talk about exploiting a
Nonsense. You're not that fucking important.
missing child.
Stop. Drop. Hey, yo, bitch. Let me get some water and some lemon.
Yeah.
I can't even.
Like I said, release that shit. Put your big girl britches on and fucking stand in that shit. Own that shit. It's not mine to own. You're coming after the wrong person with that shit. Completely. But go on.
And that is one person's voice that I cannot miss.
Oh, and Joneson, you might want to go back a couple months because I've already talked about this. Nothing I'm saying today is any new information. Some people have been paying attention. You might not have. But I've already openly talked about this.
Mick. But yeah, that is so funny. She should play DMX.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
Well, so far we know Nonsense was on the call. We know Amethyst was on the call, and now we just learned that that Dutch girl was on the call. Chris Proudfoot was on the call. So far, that's 4. I wonder who else.
Yes, please pray.
Let me see.
Yeah. Right there, Duchess. I mean, if these people, I know they have their hate fucking blinders on, but they know as well as anybody that if any of us had anything substantial, law enforcement would have been contacted and it would have never turned into content. And for them to even like dangle this over and expect me to make it into content, it's rumors and speculation. And I'm never going to bring that type of shit to the internet. I'm just.
Hear me? My chat, it's like my chat just froze.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Let me see.
And if it's in regards to that, Amethyst was.
So stay the fuck out of our business to all y'all weirdos who keep asking. Really? But why you guys allow it in everyone else's business? There's a question of the day. Want everyone to stay out of your business, but you have no problem being in someone else's business. Okay.
Was like the third person or fourth person down the road. Like I had talked to Duchess about it. I had talked to like, yeah. So the way she's weaponizing this now is wild. If that's what it is. I don't know what else it could be.
That was weird.
Carry on.
That was so weird. It froze up on my side. Hey, Brandy Wine. Good to see you. The real Brandy Wine. Paige, good to see you. Holly Z.
Granny has talked about it. Queen, I am sure all of us here, you guys hear it. You guys hear the rumors and the gossip. As a creator, it is not responsible for us to take rumors and gossip and speculation and dangle it out here when it cannot be vetted. That is irresponsible as fuck. But all of us have heard crazy stories that none of us can verify or vet. There has been thousands of rumors.
It's so irrelevant and unimportant, but yet she's gone on about it for an hour. But remember, it's pointless. It's so unimportant. It doesn't mean anything. But yet she goes on for an hour.
Thousands of them. And of course, us creators discuss stuff and we show up for each other and we download to each other. So we don't bring it to the internet because that's wrong to do.
It's good to see you guys. That was so weird. Wait a minute. There's Angela. Angela, I pulled everybody's wrench by accident. Hold on. No.
And all she's making herself look is fucking more and more crazy as the days go by. Like I said, stand in that shit, own that shit, put it out. But if it's in particular to that call, which I don't know how it ever could be, because that's a fucking...
There.
Here, let's do an experiment. Have you guys heard, everybody, 600 of you, putting in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you've heard rumors and speculation that cannot be vetted about Seth, Katie, Chris, Sebastian. Put a 1 in the chat if you've heard rumors, speculation, with one very large headlight, calls it a flashlight, and only drives at 3 a.m. This is credibility and her integrity, because Amethyst is pissed at me because I clicked a link on Clues and went up and supported Chris. That's what this is about. So instead, they're weaponizing rumors and speculation about a missing child.
Stop throwing a missing child in it. It has nothing to do with Sebastian. Nobody is weaponizing a child. The conversation had to do with Chris. I don't watch Jones in. I don't know what's being said, but I can assure you nobody is weaponizing a child. Stop making false rumors.
Over my head. A missing child, I don't know. I don't know his parents. I don't know what happened to him. And if I had anything sufficient, it would have gone to law enforcement. I don't. And I don't play with rumors and gossip
We know. You've been saying this for over an hour. We get it.
or hearsay. Never going to be that person. But they sure seem to be.
Good to see you, everybody. Oh, let me give.
And dangling it like this, and it's catching steam into other places, and then she's trying to somehow backtrack, and her sole purpose, she's made it very clear, is to exploit the information to try and destroy me. That's exactly her goal. She has made it clear. If she is trying to weaponize rumors and speculation about a missing child to destroy me, a missing child I have nothing to do with, that says so much more about her, and it is fucking disgusting, if you ask me, especially this information. And if Amethyst did that, she's even more fucked up than I ever could have thought. Fucked up. But I'm with Revival. I would prefer not to ever hear of this bitch again. But the only way she can get mentioned is by doing shit like this. It's gross.
Enough for the floating heart. I appreciate you. Thank you for the flower.
Yeah.
Britt, where's the thumbs up on this kind of live, hun? I'm not tech savvy. Miss Mama Kid.
Hell yeah. Clue. That's why I was like, Clue offered me a link. Like, fuck all of you people that have a problem with it. Clue and I have a great friendship, relationship. I enjoy Clue with Clue. Sure as fuck. Don't even know who the fuck this one is.
You just tapped the screen twice, I think. I'm messing up bad tonight. Yeah, because it's only more into.
Let me take it down. God dang it. Oh, wait. You're behind. Are you behind? Am I robotic? Same. Agreed, Casey. It's really disgusting.
The 3 dots in the top right-hand corner. Thank you, Turtle Talk. Oh, Marlena. Where's she at?
But that's exactly, she has nothing else. She's tried attacking Revival. They've gone after Cash. They've gone after Kenzie. You think about all the things that they've gone after me about over.
Here we go again. Nobody went after your daughter. Stop. Nunya would never go after your daughter. Jonesin would never go after your daughter. I don't know Amethyst, but I'm going to assume she wouldn't. Chasing would never go after your daughter. And you wonder why Brittany weaponizes her child? Because all you guys do it. Every single one of you. Lie about your kid. Not everyone, but you and Queen Bee have done it. You lie about people going after your kid. At least when Clue says it, it's true. People did go after her kid and put her kid's college on a website. That's going after a child. That did not happen to you, nonsense. That did not happen to Queen Bee. And you guys wonder why Brittany lies about it. There you go.
Personal vendetta, like a friendship that no longer exists. And now they have stooped to the level of using a missing child to try and ruin my integrity. What? Destroy me? They're exploiting a missing child and rumors about a missing child.
Oh my God, enough with the missing child shit. Nobody's weaponizing a missing child. You are convincing people of it. Get the fuck over it. Nobody's doing that.
Child to try and harm me while taking shots at a missing child's father. All this stuff. I work on what law enforcement put out. Until law enforcement charges somebody with a crime, sorry, it's awareness for a missing child.
Yeah, they were talking about Cash. And that's what I said before. If it was role reversal, they would, and it was Brittany, they would have fucking heart failure. But I guess her daughter was having issues or something, and she gave Cash her phone number to talk to her. That's what they were talking about.
Child, and I'm not going to fucking play their games. I'm not going to get out here and talk about all the fucking rumors and the gossip that I've heard. I'm never going to do it. I'm not like them. Would never do that type of shit ever.
There's
You do a Britney every day.
yeah. Let me give Marlena her wrench back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a real fucking grimy.
All right, we're getting them back. Yeah, stress is not healthy at all. But I don't want to be a hypocrite and tell anybody else that when I stress all the time. Got a secret? Can you keep it? Says, or look at the top of your
Okay, hold on. I don't want
phone.
to listen.
Garbage says, good morning, everyone coming in.
Those of you that don't know, she did this 2 nights ago, actually. Let's back this up. Let me give you context so anybody that didn't watch the one the night before knows how we ended up there. Let me start here. So this is her live stream from 2 nights ago. Do you ever stop lying, Mischief?
So I had kittens. That was what, fucking over a year ago?
I mean, that's how fucking desperate.
Thanks for
they are.
proving that they're freaking healthy.
Impossible. Well, the only thing you can do, it's not impossible. Let me take that back. So what I think she did is she went in to unblock her blocked list. And instead, because she couldn't stay awake or coherent last night, she undid all of her mods. You can get rid of all of your mods at once. Like she could have cleared that and saved it. But I think what she did was she probably meant to clear her blocked list because she wants trolls again. She was complaining about being trolled last night and all the trolls in her chat. She does stupid shit like unblocks them all. And then when they come back in, she does stupid. Yeah, it's not. You would have to.
Old grandma living with her sister, worried about how many cats you got.
Talking shit
in
about
what state from across the fucking nation somewhere.
yeah, talking
What a
shit
petty,
about
petty little bitch.
how
No wonder
much
you
she's
live with
got to
your
do.
sister.
Yep.
No wonder you don't have a man.
Her poor sister.
Sebastian stuff. She was playing another stream and just kept nodding out. She actually cut the tail end of her stream off because she was passed out. You want to talk about disrespect?
All those children are basically
To
wrong.
know if they don't, right.
Yeah.
You talking about like when
Ever. We've never had issues like that.
And in my real life over here, I have an incredible relationship with all of my kids, every one of them.
like I said, they've always been co-parented. They never actually lived with us. When nobody threw anybody out.
No.
And you're
And Craig threw her under the bus here. This is a Craig situation, not us. Craig said they've never lived with us. Well, she's told stories, even in her CPS timeline, she's streaming. She has lied so many times, and once you make it to my block list, it's very unlikely you're coming off reason.
What the fuck? Just like I would expect anybody else. If anybody ever told you it's them or your kids, what the fuck? Asinine.
being sarcastic.
No, that's another
She
one.
said
That
we walked down the railroad track.
that night and come to you and never went back to my kids.
Members only live. She's about to tell you.
You can see by the face, man.
And I am just done. I've hit that point of my give a fuck is busted. People have been showing their pathetic side so much in 2026, and I can't take it seriously. All I can do is laugh. These people have just gone to pathetic levels to get attention and some of the weirdest shit. It's embarrassing. Lexi Texie, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the.
I'll talk about the drama.
Mhm.
If I want to talk about the sun going down tonight, I'll talk about the sun going down. The sooner you people get it out of your minds that you can
What
tell me
happens,
what to
Sheila?
do or dictate what I speak on, the better off you'll be, for real. Weird. It's so good to laugh.
What's weird is that her and Joneson have done this for almost 2 years, maybe even longer. I have no idea how long Joneson.
Like right there, why is Joneson even in the conversation? Why not address what Brittany is actually saying? And that is, you're not going to fucking tell her what to go live about. And honestly, she's right. But why don't you address that? Like, where does Joneson fit in? She doesn't.
and her have known each other at all, but it's weird how they do this back and forth. It's a beneficial when useful to the both of them. I can't imagine. Can't imagine.
After you make me, oh, Jersey, I'm glad. That's good. They hate when
Share
we
those
laugh.
subs.
They probably got a free one. Triggered. I get so down knowing I don't have the life that I worked so hard for due
Mhm.
to
Happens time and time again, though.
DD. I want to give my mama everything, but
Jonesin? Pet rescue? That's got to be wrong. Aisha, are you talking about somebody else?
Triggered. Thank you, babe. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Wendy.
Oh,
Happens.
somebody just sent me a Cash App and said for a soup.
thank you guys.
Young Black economist, yeah. There are some YouTube glitches, but not like BJ claims. For sure.
Not answer if we don't want to. So,
Oh,
but yeah, sure.
this is called giving them something else to talk about. I'd rather have them shaming my body, going after my looks, mocking me, ridiculing me, than content they can fucking.
On a second.
Wait, she does?
Oh, and today is also the anniversary of Summer Wells' disappearance. I may cover that tomorrow. We may talk about that tomorrow, guys. The disappearance of Summer Wells. Oh, I cannot believe that we're still here and we still haven't found her. Can you believe that? Kimmy says they are so spineless. They come in, drop an insult, and run. Got to go tell their supreme leaders that they triggered you. Who's triggered? Exactly.
Who are these
Exactly.
supreme leaders?
How many questions do we get? I hope it's not only one because nope, ask anything. You can ask 1,000. As long as your questions are, YouTube is asshole. Hey, girl. Which guy? I know, right? I'm sorry. It's so true, though. It is so true.
It was probably after midnight.
Which guy? The masked or the unmasked one? For real. God. Is there really any such thing as a schedule when school is out? If you still stick to one, please tell me your secret. No, girl. No. I couldn't sleep for nothing after we ended last night, Britt. I was watching it get light and tossing and turning. Diana, I almost came back live.
This is from June 16th, 2025 is the date that this was streamed. So probably after midnight is why the date is the 16th. So it might have been actually on the 15th why she's talking about Summer's disappearance. But this is when she talks about how her and Craig met, because she says that was a blatant lie the other day. So we're just going to listen to what.
Okay, so first question is from Miss Jamie May. Oh, not only that, like I was at my grandma's. Sorry, I'm chewing Rolade. He is fun.
Want to support that way, you can. Thank you guys to Sumner County Sheriff's Department about this. I will be making a phone call.
Am I on the wrong live? I don't think this is it. I went to Jones community page. I don't see anything. I don't see what you're looking at. Fuck, am I on the wrong damn live?
That's what you tell people.
Children in August of 24. So this was Brittany when she found out that Mal and I would be doing an expose and Mal would be bringing.
This is the live I was looking for, but let me see if there's a transcript. Fuck, there's no transcript. Ugh. The hell?
Receipts. We started publicly announcing this upcoming stream that her and I were going to be doing. And
I don't want to do this on this channel, but I will be going live on my main channel tomorrow. And I will be addressing some stuff and showing screenshots.
we would try to use a missing child or the missing child's stepfather and rumors to try and hurt me or anybody else. Stay in your fucking lane. Keep making excuses for BJ ever. And Cletus, please do me a favor and disable her Zoom feature, because if she ever does that again, we might be fighting again. Child or a missing child's parent as a one-up to try and damage my credibility.
Does anyone want to do a drinking game with me? Let's do a drinking game. Every time nonsense weaponizes a minor missing child, let's do a shot. We'll be drunk within 5 minutes.
When my credibility stands intact because I don't use rumors and speculation to hurt. What do you want to know? Guess what? My kids are all in my house. Oh, wait.
At all. It's way too much. And the fact that you're so blinded by your own.
Oh, and another thing. BJ, do you remember hosting a panel when you had Moon up there and she told a story about Kyle's record and all these people around me that had all this? You remember hosting Moon and Moon up there running her mouth? One of the times that you and Kim and Moon and all you guys were putting out all that fake bullshit. You've already tried it. We can.
I'm pretty sure neither of them actually feel good about themselves, allegedly, in my opinion. Oh no, they hate it. They hate their
Brittany. Why is it that these people are so determined to protect scammers such as Yep? What's the personal investment in protecting these scammers, Joneson? See, you are one of them. You might not scam financially, but you try to emotionally exploit people that no longer want.
Nonsense. So do your friends.
To fuck with you.
really will even show herself.
Yeah. Oh, no.
She looks like she's ready.
Attention to his little. But until then, the man's just scum like you. Sinner doesn't handle a fucking thing, let alone being a grown-ass man. Because he's not. He's a little bitch boy who's a cleanup crew for scammers.
And what the fuck is beat him?
And cons. Yikes.
It's like the worst case of resting bitch face that I've ever seen in my life. No, I did not call Mallory's mother. Sure didn't. Never called her. Never.
Really? That Mrs. Bitch. That Mrs. Bitch to you. Thank you for being a member for 14 months. Thank you for the continued support.
I wish mom would not be okay with this shit at all, ever.
Call your mommy and tattle on you. BJ, this shows how emotionally stunted you are. The immaturity. This is like middle school girl shit on you.
And those are things communicated to people.
My mom would be like, huh? Yeah, Becky's always been mouthy. Sounded like it felt good too. I mean, I just, what an embarrassment. I don't even like calling these guys men because they make the real good men around here, which we have a lot of them. You can't compare.
Yeah. No, I
yes.
didn't. I keep saying that. I communicated that to people to make yourself feel better. No, I didn't.
I can confirm the final part.
Playing in the van.
No.
And she just
Her bitch.
literally
All cloned accounts. claiming that they called CPS, and she ran with every bit of it, not giving a fuck that they were clones. When you really pay attention, though, seems like BJ and her friends have been kind of playing these games right in front of everybody's faces for quite some time. It's really interesting when you go back and look at it.
I think very
What the
shocking.
fuck?
Can you not see your own friends do too nonsense?
That he had never switched it back, to my understanding.
What
So-
the fuck?
Oh.
No,
Clones. One of Beth.
that she's botching everything. You don't even have the story right. There was never been a fight. There's no fight. We didn't have
Just saying, Bruce can address whatever she wants, and this needs to be addressed.
Nonsense is mad because the next mod went to Jones's, but now how's it any different than your mod going to her? Exactly. And you want to know the difference between Am and Mallory?
Yeah, tell us.
Amethyst doesn't give a shit about you.
Really?
Amethyst
Could have fooled all of us because for 9 months, did you know she's got a little hidden nonsense backup channel that she's been trying to get attention on? Speculation around a missing child's case for a one-up.
Stop with the missing child's case and the dramatics behind it. My fucking chat broken, or is nobody chatting?
And a gotcha.
doesn't waste her time talking about you.
Every day.
You are so narcissistic that you don't think people are supposed to leave you. Nonsense. You're so narcissistic.
Where's my chat at that was here the day that Amethyst came in and attacked Revival? BJ, I don't know why.
Using them.
She was pissed because I clicked a link on Clues and then told her I wasn't interested in having a conversation with her, explaining myself to her. The story's been the same all along. She came in this chat and said that Revival was stalking her. I don't know what she's filled your little head with, but pay attention.
And you are bitter because of that. And
the previous ones before that got their wrenches taken and parted ways because they supported somebody who was lying and manufacturing stories around DV. Well, going after my real life. Yeah, I don't fuck with people like that.
you've made a platform for people to come over there and to get as many. You're sitting here asking about my father-in-law's death details.
The same thing
Of this.
the relevance is because you think it's acceptable for you to attack others based on the same thing. But when people come out and tell the truth about you,
Let me be clear. Me and her mom have talked many times in the
and let me be clear, the only reason why we were aware of that is, like I said, because Mal reached out to her with the link for that channel directly to BJ so she could take it down and protect the dignity of her children. That channel was created 6 months, guy, for that one. Then that became Queen. She threatened to contact her.
I did reach out to her mother and asked her to please this message on June the 8th, 2025.
Amber, is this what you were looking for?
June 8th, 2025. By July 9th, 2025, BJ
Stop, but she refuses. Mallory is currently going on multiple creators' channels on YouTube, sharing very personal and private information regarding my family and myself. Months ago,
she spoke to multiple people about her personal relationship struggles outside of Mal.
entrusted her with. It's been an awful experience. 2 nights ago, she, along with 2 other women, dressed up like me.
Police because I was supposedly doing something nefarious. I sure did. I went real life, gave him my name, my phone number, and said, hey, if you get weird fucking calls about me doing something, here you go. Contact me. I'll give you whatever you want. It was free. And you might want to hire a real damn good attorney, because if they ever choose to do what they can, you're fucked to a degree that you have no idea.
convicted.
Can we stop? Thank you, Tony. Can we stop with the fucking threats about lawsuits? This is the problem in this community. Let's stop the bullshit. Stop threatening legal. Just stop. Nonsense like one of the biggest cop callers I've seen in a while.
You know, P-File, who just so happens to live in the same state as I do. You can look this up for yourself. His name is Robert Carl Svensson. He's from Raleigh, North Carolina, tirelessly to put an end to
us. And Blue, she actually handled the situation very appropriate. But she's calling all of us danger.
And I have small children in my home.
Not the I can't smell. Bring me up. I guess it's only the small ones in your home that matter, right?
The only option that I have, if this doesn't stop, is to go to my local magistrate.
Been contacted. You know, they're so aware of all of us. Yet none of us have ever been contacted by your law enforcement because you have no proof for your accusations and your claims because it's not happening. Well, not
Nonsense you were never mentioned in that letter.
happening the way you try to portray it to the internet, is it there, Brittany?
I'm sorry to reach out and bring all of this to you.
Relationships revolve around her. She's the sole focus of every single thing. Hate to break it to you, but Mal's like a little sister to me. She is, like I said, quite a few years younger than me, but I'm protective as fuck over her because I adore her, because I've gotten to know Mal for Mal, and she's an incredible human that you'll never even remotely be like.
Like, what the fuck is that? Nonsense. You keep showing how fucking insecure you are. Like, you're talking to Brittany like you're so much better. Dude, that's not how 40-something-year-old women talk when they're secure with themselves. Unbelievable.
That she is more than willing to give. For proof of these things I've shared with you, here are the channels below. Cluminati, Nonsense on the Web, Queen Bee.
Notice who's listed first out of that line. Clue. Something like that. How does somebody write something like that and then proudly read it online and say, yeah, that's what I did that. Familiar to writing to other creators. This one just went to somebody's mom. I mean, weird. And thank you for the support. I'm trying to imagine how my mother would react to an email like this. It would probably be pretty well. She's going to respond to this. This was from, she makes sure she includes this in a letter that if somebody did something with Craig's social, it would cover her ass and she would put it off on Mal.
What triggered me to finally send that
Go back in the streams and listen. It's
personal stuff out, since that's the game now. Is that what y'all want to play?
How many days has she
Need to do? I don't want nobody's kids. No, we're not going after anybody's kids.
already done that?
Notorious says
This is it. This is what triggered me. Okay? Ash274, who's the biggest liar shit stirrer in this fucking community, writes, why do people take the word of someone like Laura as if she knows Brittany's personal life better than Brittany? That cracks me up. When you think Laura's honest, you need to have your head checked. Ash, you are the fucking proven liar, not me. That's first of all. Second of all, if you want to go by who's lying, Ash, that would be you. And please tell me what I spoke about Brittany. All I did was say, I think I remember. You are the biggest fucking low-life piece of shit, Ash, and you just sit there and fucking lie. I didn't know who started it, but now I know. You fucking meth head liar. Go smoke more crack, bitch. Fucking moron.
Why do people take the
She's already
word?
done that. She's already done all of that. She went after mine the other day. Even though she's an adult, she even brought up my nieces. She's not above that. Don't let her fool you.
Someone like Laura as if she knows Brittany's personal life better than Brittany. That cracks me up. When you think Laura is honest, you need to have your head checked.
Yeah, none of us fuck with Laura. Nobody I associate with fucks with Laura. Nobody cares about what Laura says or listens to Laura in any capacity as factual. So whatever Mr. Ed is doing, no.
Right there. Really nonsense. In 13 years, I guarantee you won't look as good as me. In tomorrow, you won't look as good as me. So the fact that you're saying that I'm not credible, bitch, I'm probably the most credible person in this fucking community. I don't have an ulterior motive. I am straight up. I wear my heart on my sleeve. And maybe if you all weren't fucking scammers and trying to play your audience like you do every fucking day with your bullshit, Granny's bullshit, all your fucking bullshit, you're crying, oh, my poor me, I got a lawsuit with Betty. You're all fucking frauds. I'm the only one that's fucking straight up, bitch, and I can prove it. So just because you don't want your people finding out what a fucking scam you all are, that's not my problem. Keep my fucking name out of your mouth. Fucking cop calling nasty bitch.
Nobody gives a fuck about. But you see, she'll use this little caveat here to segue into my children.
Laura doesn't even know me at all.
Bitch, I didn't say anything. Ash 274 is fucking lying. But that don't matter, right?
We never even were friends like that. I've never talked to her.
Brittany, that's good because I didn't say anything.
Outside of YouTube. Why does your third child have a different name? Laura was talking about that last night. Different. No,
Who gives a shit about Mr. Ed?
I don't have 3 different dads.
Maybe you should, Gonzo. Moose knuckle Gonzo. So you got a hook nose and a moose knuckle pussy. Nice.
No.
What the hell?
You know why she hates me?
Well, nonsense. At least we know you got lips somewhere because you don't have any on your fucking face.
Revival? Because she's an extremist like these fuckers. That's why she's over there. It's because of my political stance.
Dude, nobody gives a fuck about your political stance. Most people think you're an asshole.
Whatever. I don't fucking care. She's always been weird.
Jesus Christ, y'all. In the state of Georgia, if the dad is not at the hospital,
I don't know how to take
when
care
you
of
sign
people.
the birth certificate, the child doesn't get their last name.
Let's go have fun.
Right.
They're
That's
not
wrong.
married. That's
We all heard all this song and dance. If you didn't watch Clues, I encourage you to go watch Clues. Let's have some fun right quick, shall we? Let's go back to
That's all I wanted to show you guys of what triggered this live and why I was reviewing her. Well, I've had enough of her and her fucking ugh. Personally, I think she's an asshole. And I really don't watch her. But that triggered me. Like, you're such a fucking loser. An absolute fucking loser. You wish you could be as honest as me, nonsense. Literally fucking wish. Oh, Laura's not credible. I'm probably the most fucking credible around here, but it's assholes like you that lie and say how uncredible I am. No, I'm pretty you're not gonna find more fucking honest, bitch. Show me what I've lied about. Fucking loser. I have one chronic cop caller and a fake life coach because he's a crybaby and doesn't want to be. Who? Fake life Molly? I don't know what chronic cop caller is. But I've been on 3 hours. I've had enough of nonsense. Fucking scam. Hey, I don't know who that is. I mean, I know who it is, but I don't. I know who he is from someone else, but I've never watched him. I don't follow him. But on that note, I am getting off. Poor nonsense. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I hope you have a wonderful night. Oh, she's absolutely desperate for Clue's attention. She wants those ass pats. Abso-fucking-lutely. What she doesn't know is somebody bought Clue and Cletus a candle. She doesn't know that. But yeah, I actually have to contact Clue because the person didn't have an address. But yeah, nonsense, speak for yourself, because there's actually a lot of people that follow you that actually like me. Keep believing it. Keep believing how you're so better. Yeah, like I said, at least you got lips somewhere. All right, I am getting off though. I will see you beautiful people tomorrow. I would say thank you for the super chats, but I didn't get any. Thank you for the memberships. I did get a Cash App, so thank you. And yeah, I Amber, I got that. Believe me, I got that. I saw that. I got that. That's going to be taken care of right now. So, all right. I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Peace.